folks? Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Oh, we got a lot to talk about tonight. This is Agree to Disagree, only on A2D Radio. We are live from the Real Talk Studios, like we are every Sunday. And every Sunday we're brought to you by our doc, Make 'Em Yours. That's Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton locations. Had the doc. We can use the doc right now. The doc on around 9-ish, and we're going to talk about the Ben Simmons injury in a little more detail. You know, just what he thinks, and there's nothing been said about it yet, but early indications he wasn't happy after the x-ray. You can take that for whatever you want to take it, and we'll talk to the doc further, but this is something we think that happened probably at the All-Star game, because he went down hard at the All-Star game.
Fourth quarter.
And I was like, oh, that's not good. That didn't look good. Yeah. Right? And then, obviously, you can see him go down last night, and you're like, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. I thought it was a knee at first. I'm like, please don't be the knee. Yeah. Please don't be the knee. So we'll talk about that later on in the show. Crumb of the week. Listen, we do it every week. We'll get into it. And MLB spring training, Ben Simmons injury, Sixers road woes continue. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Ralphie D over on the ones and twos, Greg in a hot tub in Florida. And, ladies, if you're interested, I'm sure there's room. You can sit right on his lap. He'll enjoy it.
He's following you.
He's following anyone else is in there.
You'll know where he's at. He's following you.
Yeah, he already posted. You see him.
Just look in your mentions.
Our poll question. Your poll question brought to you by Buck Services. Listen, gutter guards, anything really out back, roofing, any of that stuff. They take care of it all. 10% off. You tell them A2D sent you. It's AMBUCK services.com. Tell Michael Ambrose, the boys sent you 10% off. That's what we do. We give. So, like I said,
we're givers.
Crumb of the week, MLB spring training, Ben Simmons injury when the doc comes on, Sixers road woes continue, ties into our poll question. You can vote for it, family, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio, obviously, is where you can find us. The Sixers will figure out their road woes come playoff time. Do you agree or disagree with that statement? Let us know. And listen, if you don't catch us live, you're into the podcast game. We're everywhere. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, iTunes. Family, voice your frustration. I know you all want to get it out. Everybody's jumped ship on this basketball team. I get it. I'm just not doing it yet. I'm not doing it. I can't. I've said it a million freaking times. I can't say it enough. I can't tell you what this team is when one of their stars or one of their starters isn't in. They're not deep enough. Most teams aren't. Some teams are. But we know it from Jump Street. This team was set up by a starting five. That starting five had to win you games. Right? They barely played together. That's not an excuse for losing. But I can't lose Ben. I can't lose Joe. That's it. That's a guarantee I can't not have against the best team in basketball on the damn road where we already stink on the road. I can't have that. Right? So that's how I look at that. I can't. Ralphie, am I still on here? I just feel like I just went down. You feel me go down?
I feel like you definitely went a little lower.
I went down.
A little
now
lower.
I'm back. I feel back now.
Now you're back.
Yeah, now she's back.
You sound bad.
I feel back. I feel good. They don't feel good.
Look good, feel good, play
listen,
good.
No Ben,
definitely
no
wasn't
Joe.
Ralphie.
I can't win against the best road team in basketball on the road or expect to win. Okay, I can't expect to win that game. Listen, I thought they were going to put up a big-time effort last night. You guys all saw the video. You all aged well. Shit.
Everybody saw it.
We all saw it. That's what I got confidence in my basketball team when I think they're all together, ready to go. And I expected a statement game. Well, guess what? When the guy first shows, he starts to impose his will a little bit, and then he's gone. 2 quick buckets, Ben in transition. All right, you guys want to run? We can run too.
I think 5 points, 2 boards.
You know what I'm saying? And then boom, gone. So
minutes.
it's like now I can't judge this team off of that game or expect their energy to go down. Like, or you got Alec Burks running your point.
I gotta disagree with you there. What the energy part? I mean,
No,
of course, when your superstar goes down, at first you're like, oh shit, here we go again. But then that's what we talk about all the time.
I don't think it went down because they cut it to 6.
No, I know that, but I'm saying that's
third quarter
we
went
still
down.
got Dort. Yeah, exactly.
Third quarter
all
went
we're
down.
asking for is effort and energy. All right, it happens, and guys to step up, different guys. I mean, it shouldn't have. When you lose a guy like that, yeah, absolutely. That looks like an L. I mean, we're on the road. We don't play well on the road. Playing against the best team in the East. All right, so all the rest of it was heading for an L anyway. Prior to Ben being hurt. All right, so then when he went down, forget about it. All right, but compete, please. That's all I've asked all year, right? So I'm not jumping out of the boat, and we're not telling you to jump out of the boat. If you jump out of the boat, that's fine, right? But you can lower your expectations. My expectations are now lowered, right? I'm just a fan now, all right? I'm just going to watch every day and hope, all right? When April comes, I'm going to hope that we figure it out, and that's it, all right? I'm tired of trying to fucking analyze this team and trying to play Dr. Phil. I'm just not going to do it, right? We're either going to get it done in April or it's going to be time for Brett to go.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
It. You know what I mean? I'm not putting yesterday on him, but I mean, it's at some time the culture has to change, right? There has to be a time where we figure it out, even when you're out with a superstar. You don't get a win, right? But you still always compete. You always compete.
The third quarter was a disgrace.
Oh, it's a disgrace.
Like, not one open shot can be made, right? Like, just the little things. It's just the little things. Like we outwork everybody at home. So we always talk about what's the difference on the road. Like last night, though, I'm just not gonna. I can't even dissect last night because last night there's a wash to me. It's a wash. Ben goes down. I'm not winning that game. It's over. I don't care. They can compete, not compete, whatever. To me, the game just goes away to me, and I move on. When's he going to be back? All right, can we go beat Atlanta? We should be able to beat Atlanta at home. Let's go get another win, right? Because this game, in the long haul, it's just a game. It doesn't matter anymore. We got to, you talk about the responses. I just got to go back and get one at home, start taking care of business there, continue to take care of business there like I've been, and got to figure it out somehow on the road, which ties right into the poll again. The Sixers will figure out their road woes come playoff time. Agree or disagree? Let us know, fam. We'll answer off all your comments, questions, concerns.
You just see it, before they let the big fella go, 1 second, though. You just see it all over the league, all right? And we're just waiting for it to happen for us. You understand? Today, primetime TV game. No Kemba Walker. That's 114, 112 with a couple bad calls at the end. A chance for them to go into L.A. and steal one. All right? Coulda, woulda, shoulda. All right? Don't cry for me, Argentina. Who gives a shit? But they're there at the end. Right? Without their guy. Without one of their guys. Right? And that's all we're asking for, right? Show up when we're missing one of the two guys. Keep competing and find a way, all right? And give yourself a chance at the end. That's all we've ever asked for.
Yeah, and Burks looked slow last night to me. You know what I mean? Burks did. Trying to run the point. I don't think he's a point. He's a combo guard. He's not really a point. And I thought that really put us in a tough situation because, Raul can't cover nobody on a pick and roll or on that. So that kills us there. So we have no backup point guard, essentially. That's why Ben's logging 40 minutes when he's playing.
And that's what I always fall back. I understand that's
a killer.
I understand that's personnel, and
that's
Elton. That's Elton. That's the personnel. I get it, but that's why I always fall back on coaching. All right, somebody has to answer for it. That's all. And I understand the personnel part. He's doing what he can with his guys, but I feel like we're always going to underachieve under him, right? At this point, I don't know. Just the system does it right. It's coaching, and that's to the Celtics rant. You know what I mean?
That was funny.
We've been saying Brad Stevens has been out coaching them for years, and it shows up even when we don't play them.
You want to hear something funny? We shot the 3 better than them last night, which is ridiculous. But guess what? Inside there, from inside the 3 in,
at least 2 guys did.
From inside the 3 in,
Shake and Furky had it.
They absolutely struggled. I think they shot 80%. And we struggled big time because I think we shot, what did we shoot, 35% from the field last night?
Not well.
And they shot 52%. Every other category, steals, right? Besides assists, I think turnovers, we only turned the basketball over 12 times or 11. They're 17. So you know what I'm saying? Like on the road, we all things on them stat-wise look good. We didn't hit a damn shot. That's the problem with this team on the road.
35.
They do not hit a shot on the road. I don't think I've seen this team hit a big shot on the road all year. But, right? They don't hit shots.
They miss open looks all day.
It's ridiculous.
All day long.
It's ridiculous. You cannot miss open looks on the road, right? right? That's why I need guys to step up. Listen, to win and go to an Eastern Conference Final, you need it to be more than Ben and Joe. Other guys got to step up. Tobias on the road, as much as we might like Tobias at times, he's almost non-existent even though numbers show up a little bit. Yeah. Like, he can't take anybody off the dribble. He looks slow. Like, Horford, I don't know. I've never seen a worse jumper in my life. It looks horrendous right now. There's terrible form to it. Like, the guy acts like he never played basketball in my life. Can you hit an open shot? All right? Or don't shoot it then. Then dribble it in. Try to get a better look. You don't have to shoot the three then. Pump it then. Try to go by somebody. I don't want to do something. This team's road woes are disgusting to me, regardless on who they're playing. And guess what? At the end of the day, I still think this team can go to an Eastern Conference Final.
I mean, he looks
do it all.
He looks like a guy that stayed at a Holiday Inn Express. You know what I mean? Like,
Al, yeah.
So
I was Al Horford, but now I have DirecTV.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I was Al Horford. But it's terrible. And listen, fam, comment in. The comments are flying, and we'll get to all of them. And people, to the poll. Do you agree or disagree? That the road woes are going to continue.
Or
they'll figure them out.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to disagree, but I will say though that I'm still with you though. I'm still keeping some confidence up with this team when healthy, but. I think I disagree that we're going to play better on the road. But if we get into a series and we win every home game, we just got to steal. Can we steal one on the road? Now, and my biggest thing, I'm right with you, Sweeps. I just don't get how you have some pride in yourself. Like, the energy and the effort is something that should always be there. Even if you're missing shots and you're turning the ball over, you should still always have the energy and the effort. How is that not there? Yeah. That's what I want to know. Because it's not like it just wasn't there last night. It's been consistently not there. And that's when you got to make a coaching change. Yeah. So that's why, I don't dislike Brett, but I think that I don't like his offense, haven't for years. I think he's a good coach. But
really
it's not showing. He doesn't really. We just do run that fucking stupid dribble handoff.
That's what I'm saying. And we want to give them, like you said, bad organizations.
We've given them time now.
Bad organizations make
and I'm a Brett guy, but
abrupt decisions. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we didn't want to be in there. We gave him the time. He was there for the process. You know what I mean? So that wasn't fair to him, right? So then he let him get out of the process. Right?
But
2 50-win seasons. Okay, that's like kissing your sister. That's fine. Right? What's that do? It doesn't do anything for me, right? So now this was the monster year, right? So this chapter, this book isn't done yet, all right? So it can still figure it out, all right? Even though people say, all right, look, my eyes tell me we're just not good enough. I get that.
It's an organization.
That, right? Nobody's arguing with you, right? Tom might argue with you, but, he's still a realist, all right? He just believes, all right? But, your eyes tell you we're not good enough right now. So will we be good enough? I don't know.
But then
it's a question mark.
You know what?
I'm hoping.
You know why my eyes tell me they're good enough?
But I'm not being a homer.
Because I can't run from how I see them play at home. I can't run from that team, too. So that's why I still hold out hope. I can't run from that team. We always dismiss it sometimes as a fan base. Well, they're supposed to win at home. Nobody's supposed to be that good at home. Like, they're dominant at home. So I got to look at
you're not going to get home court.
No. So what's but now you just got to go win, what? 3 road games get you to the Eastern Conference Final? 3 road wins or 2 road wins, however you want to look at it?
You guys still got a whole court at home, but yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? No, but I'm saying that you do hold court at home. Right? That's all I'm saying. After the fact, like, you get a road win, and then you take home court advantage at that point with one road win.
Can we get that road win?
I don't know.
The question.
I don't think so. It doesn't look like that. But I also can't run from that basketball team I see at home. And listen, if it's an energy and effort thing, sometimes your eyes can be deceiving to that at times, especially a game like last night. Like, last night wasn't like an energy effort loss to me. That's just like, hey, you can't hit a shot tonight again. Here we go on the road. It's the same adage on the road. It's never been like energy effort on the road. It's been, you guys just don't hit shots ever on the road. Nobody does. We have bunnies we miss that we bury at home. We go up, we dunk it with 2 hands, and we're trying to be like Kyrie, but we're 6'10". Like, dunk the damn basketball from a lot of guys.
No, you're right.
From a lot of guys.
But it's more than that. You know what I mean? You could just see it. You know what I mean? When you, like I said, you could just see it. Right? We do not shoot the basketball well on the road, so that's a fact. You know what I mean? But you can see
$200 million.
You can just see how we play on them. We just don't. We're not there, right? We're just. we're not playing. We don't play hard on the road. So for whatever reason, you can say, oh, that happens in pro sports. Like, it's always been a crock of shit to me. You know
But
what
this
I mean?
is
Like,
my thing. It
it's
slows
the same
down.
fucking rim. It's 10 feet, right? The fucking court measures the same. You know what I mean? It's just like, come on, dude. Like, and if it's the end of it, the road trip, like, we get the tired and the fatigue and the back-to-backs. Like, we understand how the NBA works. I don't, I mean, for a bunch of young guys that, that are in shape, I don't understand it. You know what I mean? But we get it. You know what I mean? Like, we understand how it works, especially as degenerate gamblers. All right? So we understand how it works. But, it doesn't make it right. You know what I mean? So, like, you'll never convince me that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's just the way the NBA is. Like, 25-point leads are blown. I get that, all right? You still have to explain to me how that happens, all right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how it happens.
And effort.
Well, Jay
exactly,
Acevedo,
you put it on cruise control.
Jay Acevedo says it's like right when they get into the third quarter, they get destroyed. It happens all the time. On the road, it does. That's the difference. At home, they're good in the third quarter. On the road, that's where the games always end up for them. They either get destroyed in the third or they hang in there a little bit.
Now, is that a shot at us not maybe making some halftime adjustments?
That's exactly what I was going. I was just going to say to you, that's a different sport. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's more prevalent in football.
Yeah, way
more prevalent in the
way
NFL.
More.
All right, but still, I mean, what's going on in the locker room? Right? We having some Gatorade. We talking about some things.
What are we
doing?
We jerking off.
Hold on.
We mix up some rotations.
You still got video. You still got all that shit you got in the other pro sports. It's right there at your fingertips.
No, I understand.
So it's like, okay, are you that stubborn and your offense always works? Right? We're talking about Brett, right? And I'm a Brett guy, but are you that stubborn that your offense always works and it's always going to work? Or do you have to say on the road, I'm 9-20 on the road. So what do I got to do different there then? What we do at home is great, right? But what we do on the road?
Yeah, we can keep that.
Yeah, can we make some adjustments, some changes now?
Exactly.
But this is the thing that's crazy. Every time we just got different guys starting, different guys. Like this whole last 5 games on the road has been different guys starting. Can we just have some guys be on the court all at the same time for a minute too? And that's not an excuse. That's just what I need to get to where I got to get to. I'm not getting there with like losing Jay Rich. I'm not getting there losing Ben. Joe, obviously. I'm not Tobias. I can't lose them guys.
But
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Can't.
To that guy's point, I mean, he's 100% on. If that happens if that happens with the Eagles, dog, it's a roast fest. It's a roast fest. You know what I mean? If they came out in the third quarter and constantly shit the bed, and lost games because they had such a terrible third quarter, right?
Oh, then it's already.
They'd be exactly. They throw him off the top of the wall Whitman. You know what I mean? So
the poll, I'm going to say agree.
It happened in pro sports. The guy that's running the ship has to be held accountable.
Oh, at the end of the day.
That's what we say.
Some guys
right?
give Brett too much leeway because he started in the whole we're not trying to win games thing. So now they give him too much slack. When at this point I'm done with that. You know,
exactly.
I mean, like we're not producing. If we don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals, it's got to be bye-bye to me.
Exactly. That's the pussification that we're talking about.
That's
they're the same guys. Yeah. No, they're the same guys that gave Kapler the pass. Oh, you don't want to. What do we expect them to do? I mean, chicken salad out of chicken shit. All right, there's been multiple games you blew, buddy. You can actually, wrap up your chicken shit. All right, sometimes you can sell it to somebody.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, you see it,
Fred bought it.
Well, listen, I've been a Brett guy, but I've been saying since day one this year, Eastern Conference Final or bust for him. It's bust. So I ain't gonna run from shit. I already called him out on his play calling. Like you can give a guy leeway, but you have to put an end to the leeway. Right, and at the beginning of this year, we all put an end to the leeway.
That's it.
Most of the Brett guys, the other ones are just idiots that are going to be like, no matter what he does, it's okay. No, because you can't be this bad on the road and be okay. It falls on certain big pieces, right? It falls on your stars and it falls on your coach on how you play on the damn road. That's what it falls on.
And I also don't care what guys do. I don't care what guys do off the court, but maybe don't be out gambling and have someone see it. I know it's tough. It's tough in this time of day.
But play basketball.
But then show some energy and effort the next night.
Oh, I didn't think he did it. He showed that.
I mean, but he was
the
working.
night
before. The poker thing, like you said, that's just it's when you get.
Yeah,
blown.
I don't care.
No, exactly. I know you don't, but I'm saying like when you get blown out, like you said, if we get
someone's
blown out,
gonna bring it up.
It's going to be magnified. Yep. You know what I mean? I got not a problem, but I got the night before, right? It was puff chest. It was chest puffing time. All right, 39 and whatever. I'm the best player in the world. All right, back to the social media guy that we all know and love. You know what I mean? But you want to run it. You want to run the mouth. All right, Ben was gone last night. How about another 39 and 20
against the best player in the world?
Exactly. Come on, man. Like that's what I'm saying.
You know what was weird? He sat out almost the whole third quarter too, because he had 4 fouls. Too, so he wasn't even existing because he had 4 fouls. Too, it was a big part of it because he was existing in the first half when they got to 6. He was playing ball. I mean, he missed some shots. I gave people a look at his field goal. Oh, he was three for whatever at one point. But at the end of the day, he was getting to the line. He was working. He was getting to the line. Like, you're getting to the line.
You got to be working.
You're working.
Yeah,
so, to me, his first half was fine. He got in foul trouble. He's gone. And then the doors got blown off. When he went out of that game, the doors got flat out blown off, as they should. Because we're not good enough to lose, not have him and Ben not on the court.
But we have
now we're processing.
But we have another
now we're
guy,
processing
but
again.
We have another
now it's processed fucking 5.0.
I disagree.
You know what I mean?
If you have a better coach, you're okay there.
You're not okay against that team there.
Anybody can be.
Maybe there.
What
I
about
don't
the Celtics
know.
right now? The
I can't.
Celtics are okay.
I can't make
We
that.
have another guy that makes he has the highest salary he can get. We have another guy on the court that makes the most money he can possibly make. And Tobias.
You can't make that guy better. That guy is
Well,
who he is.
I'm just saying,
They
like-
just gave that guy the money because they had to give him the money. You know what I mean? Like, that guy is who
I'm
he is.
just putting it out there. Like,
That's why I don't
what
even
I'm
get
saying.
mad at him sometimes.
You're trying to tell me if Brad Stevens coached this team.
Who said that?
I'm just saying, but what I'm saying,
like,
what do you think, though?
You're trying to tell me.
So,
I don't know. I can't look into that crystal ball.
I don't
think
know.
they'd be
I think
better.
I
I don't
can.
know.
I think
They're going to
they
win
would
50
be.
games just like they've won the past 2 years. That's not going to change.
Again,
going
that
into
means
3.
nothing to us.
No, I'm just saying. Like, they're going to be that same team, I think. Because look at all the changes that have been made, too. It's ridiculous. Some of it goes on up top, too. It goes on. It's a combo here to me. It's a combo.
I don't like constant change.
Too much
but
change in lineups, new players. It's crazy. And then these players are coming in.
And these people still want that shit to keep going, too.
Now these players want to come in and get 30, 35 minutes a night. You know what I mean? And then you got to adjust to that, too, as a coach. So it's a combo. Coach got to adjust better and quicker.
We don't make
all
enough
these
shots.
changes. But then we didn't make no shots on the road. Listen, it's
Really
a
what
combo.
it comes down to is we don't make enough
It's a
shots.
combo, right? This isn't one person.
Tobias isn't as good as we hoped. Josh Richardson doesn't fit as well as we hoped.
This is a collective.
Al Horford doesn't fit at all. It's really, that's what it really is. Like, Joe and Ben are really good players. Everyone can see that. Everything else isn't working.
Yeah, round hole square peg.
Al Horford clearly doesn't fit. Richardson hasn't been as good as we hoped, and fucking Tobias isn't as good as we paid him to be. And they're our next 3 best players. So, I mean, Furkan, I guess you could say, has become a better player this year.
Yeah.
Besides that, who on the roster is a better player this year than they were last year?
Well, who's been on the roster from last year?
And I'm not counting Joe or Ben in this. I'm talking about the
I
other guys.
understand.
Who's been on there?
I know.
Well, Mike Scott's had a worse year.
Now we're going to talk about
Well, I'm
events.
just
gotta
saying,
be in
these
that
guys,
room.
though, they're
Well,
guys.
that's a guy who just.
And I don't know if he is or not, but like, I got to be in that room. Like,
He made some shots in the playoffs, though,
If
Mike
my
Scott.
head,
He
if my
made
head
shit
is in
this
the,
year.
if my head is in the guillotine, right, Brett, then I got to be in that room with Elton. You know what I mean? Like, you understand? Like,
Well,
you're
I
making
assume they
decisions.
were.
I know that's what I'm saying. I don't
It's a
know
co-
if he
that's
is.
why I
I'm
say
just
it's a
saying, like,
combo.
yeah,
It's a combo
I'm not
point.
saying he isn't, but I'm like, damn, like, you got to give me some, I got to
playing-
have this guy.
They're
give
playing
me
NBA
something.
2K sweeps. They're playing NBA 2K. You know what I mean? They're just playing. They're playing NBA 2K, and they're just in there. Oh, this looks good. This looks good. They did that last year, and it set them up for this year with change, and then a bad bench, and then they realized how bad their bench was, so they went out and upgraded that. So now you bring them pieces in, and listen, that's why I keep saying this team isn't built to win without Ben and Joe on the court together. That's what it all comes down to. So we got to hope his diagnosis comes out good, and maybe it's a week down, you know what I mean? And he can get back. Maybe 2. I don't know.
I'm hoping he's just out fucking Monday.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that
That's
too.
all
bro.
right. That's where I am on this. If you want me to know, for sure here, I'm hoping it's a slight strain. He's okay. Some guys are okay.
Yeah.
They used to say Iverson would be out for weeks. He'd be back in 3 games. I'm just hoping he's one of them guys.
Some guys
He's
are okay. Yep, you're right. You're spot on. So I agree. I think they figure it out. The family's chiming in. Billy Gore, what's up, fam? What's up, Billy?
What up, Billy?
Rob Brinkman and Embiid sets the laziest screens. Now we're calling that out. Like that's now what we're looking at. Are you kidding me?
Brinks.
James Lynn.
Brinks on a warpath. You know that.
Bigger than everyone. It's bigger than everyone, and we settle for threes. Yeah, we settle for too many threes at times.
And we can't make them. It's never good. That's never
Here's
a
the
good combo.
crumb. Here she comes. Dougie Zeke.
The freak.
Joe was still at the poker table last night. Might as well have been there. You're such an issue, and you're a crumb.
The freak.
You're the definition of a lazy crumb. What you pulled?
Clueless moron, I think he called Tom in caps.
Oh.
Clueless moron in caps. In caps. That means you're shouting it, dog.
Time is yours.
At least that's how we're taking it.
Hey,
You take a shot at the throw, and you best not miss, dog.
time is yours.
And I think it's a swing and miss because, one, it's a nationally televised 8:30 Saturday night game. If you ain't jacked up, check your fucking pulse, Zeker. All right? I'm trying to win games here. I want to win. All right? At the end of the day, I'm a fan. I want to win games. I believe in my 2 stars. Well, guess what? It got taken away from me last night. It got taken away. You had 4+ hours to come in and debate it. When they were down 6 and made a little run. Were you debating? Were you debating yet? No, you weren't. You waited to the end. And you wait till it was over, and then you want to come in and, age well, you're a clueless moron. I told you that, and then you're the I told you so guy. What did you tell us? And then you got your little, paparazzi following you around saying, yes, he's been saying it. I feel like it's your damn burner accounts. I don't even think they're real. I don't even think they're real people.
Fake accounts.
Little Duranish.
Zeke's got fake accounts.
Little Duranish.
Duranish.
I smell you. Listen.
Colangelo's whitefish.
You just have an issue with the Sixers. I feel like you're a guy who always has to. I can smell them guys. I can smell them semi-in guys just want to wait in the pounce and trash. I smell
He's just touching the pool with his foot.
That's it.
I think Wooder's okay.
When they're
Jump in, dog.
When you're in, you're going to be
Jump
the first
in,
guy
dog.
on Broad Street with your pants down. All right? When the day they get there.
Zeke is the
day
best.
they get there.
Zeke's the best. He's the Randy Quaid of Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Listen, he's got a ton of hate in him, dude. He can't wait. Every year he picks the Phillies to win 90 games. One of these years it's got to come out, Zeke. So keep being persistent. Stick with it, brother.
Hold your throat and choke thing. That's great.
He claims he never said moron. Stop it.
Oh, I read it, Doug. You probably deleted.
Oh, no, there wasn't deleted. I read it too.
Kate.
I mean, he got me fired up. I sent my video in at 8 a.m. this morning. I mean, I was jazzed up.
Oh, I know
jazzed
you were.
up.
I had a text message at like
Age
7:25. You know I wasn't.
It was
at
a lunch meat
7:25
line.
this morning. Like, wow, what are you liking, babe? And I was like, oh, I know he's not happy.
Tommy, it was a lunch meet line. Tommy took his ticket and he sent that video right into A2D.
I was like,
the admin, let's go get this out right now. Let's go.
It didn't get sent officially. It was just sitting in the WhatsApp, not sent for like 6 hours. And I said, that's fun. And I sent that at 8. It was just sitting.
I didn't see where you sent that today.
But I was my hands were jazzy with him. I mean, I brought the energy.
Jazz
and effort.
hands.
I brought the energy and effort. And listen, I'm gonna be wrong, dude. When you put out 1 to 2, sometimes 3, when things get you going videos a day, you're gonna say a lot of shit wrong.
I mean, he's at like 70% right now, but maybe he'll get more back to the middle, you know?
Still young at it.
Hey,
you know
takes a lot of courage.
You can always improve your free throw shooting.
Takes a lot of courage to make videos. There you go, buddy. Step
out
on a limb. Limb
No,
talk.
I appreciate you, but
Limbs are
need
never
anybody-
safe.
I don't need the pat on the back. I'm just exposing him. Like, put yourself out. You got a chance to come in back in the old A2D series. You sat here, baby. You sat
I heard
here.
he sat there like a high church mouse.
I've never patted you.
The
in the back.
legs were bright.
I mean, I've fist bumped you. I don't think I've ever patted you.
No, I
in the
wasn't
back.
saying to you. I was just clarifying to the people. I'm not patting. I don't need the pat. I'm just saying to him. He came in. He sat 5 minutes. He sat for the time. The lights came on. He was done.
Oh, I heard.
Oh, he was sweating.
I heard church
Damn
mouse.
headlights.
Sweating.
I heard he
First time, long time.
tackle
little mistletoe.
Tackle a little bison. Church mouse came out.
Yeah, a little mistletoe right over him. Is that a deer?
What do I do?
I don't know what I do with my hands.
Is that Rudolph?
Eagles are going to go far.
The freak!
Fruit.
Back to you guys.
Flyers are hot, though, freak. Flyers are hot. Flyers are on a heater. I still think we can win. Like,
the Sixers are done, and
can
we
we
need
go
a new coach.
to I know that you still think that we can go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Still could.
All right?
Good.
I don't know that I'm there. I'm still holding out hope, though. Like, I'm not giving up.
Yeah, of course.
Like, guys are giving up. Guys,
I'm not running. Yeah.
Some of these guys, it's like, I know that you're a fucking young fan when you're giving up hope because clearly you didn't live through the 90s. We had a lot of heartbreak in the 90s. Just the city as a whole. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to this shit, okay? I'm like, we're going to the playoffs. I mean, we're good. I know we're going to go to the playoffs, so I just want to see us play well in the playoffs. Can that happen? I don't know. Probably not. but I'm still going to root for it. And everybody that's jumping ship, stay the fuck off the ship then. We don't want you.
That's what I said. I'm
Zeke,
taking
I'll
receipts.
punch you in the face on broad if I see you.
Check that out.
Besides that, love you. Love Tommy getting riled up. Nothing I like better than Tommy stewing in the morning. Okay?
Here's another jabron chiming in. We got more. Don't think that, now.
Is that spells?
Nah, Bill Middlebrook talking about
Big
the
Billy.
Celtics going to the finals. Grow up. They're not going to
They're a good
the
team.
NBA finals. Stop
They're a good
it.
team.
Not going to NBA finals.
Well coached, good team.
You
They're
better
not
if they
going to
don't
beat
run into
Milwaukee.
us. Better not run into us. That's all I'm saying.
We do match up well with them.
So we're going to obviously talk a little bit about Simmons here in a few because that's it's a big thing. Well, we don't know how long it's for yet, which is
Especially if we come out and lose to Atlanta on Monday. Like,
stop.
I'm just saying, we better fucking win that game Monday because we didn't look great against the Nets without him. I'm just saying. And I don't know if you've been watching Ice Trey out there, but he's been burying shit. I think he dropped 50 the other night. I'm just saying.
We got a couple injuries.
We better be careful.
We got a couple injuries Monday night because Tobias Harris is doubtful as well.
That's fun.
This is real life.
So we better see some energy in there from Joe tonight. I better not see him at Sugar House tonight.
Right knee contusion for Tobias, and then obviously we know with Ben.
That's a bruise, dude. Put a brace on. Come on. Tired of this.
Yeah, it looked like he messed it up his lap last night too. I'm like, oh, did he just tear it? Did he just tear it? Did he just tear that? That's what I kept thinking. Like, did he just tear that? And that's what I was worried about. Now Simmons.
Hopefully further testing tomorrow, and it brings like nothing. That's what we're hoping, right? Because they haven't really given us anything. They just say he's going to have further testing tomorrow.
Well, he had an X-ray leaving last night, and in a second here we got the doc fired up, so we'll have the doc jump on with us in 1 second. And we're going to get into all this.
Did they say anything about the X-ray though?
No, nothing about the X-ray.
It just says that he had one.
There's some level of concern surrounding the possible nature of the injury, league sources said. And I told you, I heard that he didn't sound happy getting the X-ray last night. We were hoping that was just because he played.
It says right there. It says Simmons. Sources describe Simmons as emotional upon leaving the X-ray room at the Forum late Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not good. If Ben's missing time, we're in big fucking trouble.
All right. So
he runs our team.
So he does. He's the point guard of this team.
He's the point guard, best defensive player.
Let's segue from that into we got the doc on the line. Doc, what's happening? We got a lot to talk about on the injury front.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
What's up, Doc? How are you?
Same old Doc, 9-20 on the road, playing great basketball at home.
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day, same story, and now we add on to the story. Now I knew we were going to talk to you about Ben and his injury, but Tobias came up a little lame on his knee last night, and now he's doubtful for Monday against the Hawks with right knee contusion. So, I guess we'll start with Tobias, and then we'll segue into Ben. And you obviously heard what we were saying about Ben before you came on. So with that, is that something because he still probably has to get a second X-ray on that again? I would assume because I'm sure he got one last night as well, and he'll probably have more tests to come. I would think as well. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, was this his thigh? I forget. I didn't see the game.
No, it was his right knee. He came down lame
right
on his knee, and it's
Gotcha.
listed as a right knee contusion right now.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of anytime you land right on the bone. The bone getting bruised or having a contusion. That's probably the initial diagnosis. The X-ray is going to be done to see if there's any obvious fracture. There's rarely any meat right on the bone. So the kneecap or the patella. There's really nothing protecting that except the skin.
Well, it was weird, though. He actually just came down lame on it. He didn't even land on it. He just came down after, I think, shooting a jumper or going for a layup. And it's it's the way he landed. That's why it's like, oh, that didn't look good. And he stayed and he played last night. But, he was limping for a while before it looked like, maybe some adrenaline took over. But, that was my concern is, is he going to have another follow-up on that probably tomorrow too?
Yeah, and that's interesting that there was no direct impact or fall on that. So, I'm not sure how that bone gets a contusion unless it's behind the kneecap against what we call the femur. But that's interesting. So, there was no direct impact there. That's I wonder what happens there. But if nothing shows up on an X-ray, they're probably going to go to an MRI more than likely, just to see what the soft tissue is doing.
Okay.
You won't see that on an X-ray, so an MRI will kind of differentiate soft tissue from bone.
And that's probably what he'll have tomorrow, I would
Yeah.
assume. If
Well,
Ben,
yeah, I guess
is
they'll
tomorrow.
have to see.
They said
Yeah,
tomorrow.
they'll have to reassess him tomorrow and then see what happens because, maybe it's a fluke thing because that's odd that he'll just land unless something happened earlier in the game that no one he didn't make mention of and then it just caught up to him.
yeah, it's strange. That's why it looked like that's a knee contusion. That would more look like a sprain of some sort of something.
Right.
That's the way he landed on it. But hopefully he doesn't miss too much time. Because now this becomes concerning moving forward when we're talking about we need all these starters to be playing and playing together ASAP. It looks like he's going to miss some time. I mean, I would assume at least a week, Doc, right? I mean, if he's already doubtful for Monday, that doesn't look good for the rest of the week, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a bone contusion, these things, bone tends to heal slower than muscle, and sometimes these things can linger. So, it may be something that it depends on what he's able to tolerate, if he can push through it, or if it's something more serious, because that could be weeks, man. Which that would be horrible because these guys don't have weeks to to give up here. So I guess a lot's in the air here and up in the air here until he gets further evaluated.
Yep, they don't have weeks. They definitely don't right now. I mean, they're in crunch time right now. We got jobs on the line, and
we're taking in water big time.
so we segue into the other big one.
Titanic's been hit.
Yeah.
And this really is hitting the Titanic. Honestly, this
Iceberg.
Shot. This
shot.
Iceberg on the left.
Ben Simmons. It looked like late in the All-Star game, he fell down, and that didn't look good. And he came up a little slow, and I was like, well, that doesn't look good.
He did fall.
So then you segue into, obviously, he was out the other night against the Nets, lower back. So obviously he plays last night, and within the first 5 minutes or so, he's out of the game, running to the locker room, and then was said to be leaving the X-ray room emotional. And they said, according to league sources, level of concern. There is some level of concern with the injury. So, and all we know is a lower back injury at this point, and that's all we know.
So, I didn't see the All-Star game, but how did he land? Did he land on his butt or like on his back? Like, how did that happen?
Looked like a tailbone back thing. Yeah, it's kind of like his feet kind of went out from under him, sort of. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I didn't see it because I saw your reaction to it. I remember, and I was like, "Oh!" And I turned. He was already on the ground.
Yep. It's kind of like looked like his feet kind of slipped out from under him, so it was like a tailbone back issue type to me. Like,
Gotcha.
where you we gasped like, oh no, like that. It was pretty hard.
Yeah. So you look at that. Let's say he landed on his tailbone. So he's a big guy and with force. I mean, so the load is going to go straight up his back because the ground obviously is not going to give. So
No.
it's he lands on the court, that force is going to get transmitted right up his back. So a whole number of things go through my head there. I didn't see it, but it could just be a simple back strain, which if you land on your bone, that's probably not a muscle strain. It could be another bone contusion of his tailbone or his sacrum, which is the bone between the two pelvic bones. Or if it's hard enough, I mean, I hate to say it, but maybe he had some type of stress fracture on his spine. Because that's always possible. Because I think, if he sat out the Nets game and then he could only go 5 minutes. I mean, if it was muscular, I don't know. I think unless he had really bad spasms, I mean, then he couldn't play. But I mean, he starts running on it and loading on it. I mean, if it's bony, that could probably get provoked and cause pain. So.
Well, that could explain the MRI frustration. I mean,
Well,
or the X-ray.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Well, I'm hoping it's just a
yeah.
strain. I'm
Absolutely.
leaning on hoping it's a strain here, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes the same thing with Tobias. I mean, the X-ray may not show anything. I mean, they typically do kind of 3 standard views of the spine to look at the different bony elements. But if they don't see anything there and the pain continues, my sense is they're going to go to an MRI because that's the next thing to be diagnostic with.
Yeah, I think they are doing that tomorrow. I think they already said that. So he's getting an MRI tomorrow.
And we know And we know how this medical staff is and this team with, withholding all the information at times. So we're back to this again. It feels like, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't sound good. That one that definitely both didn't look good. Both don't to me sound good. And I'm right with you, Doc. I think this might be multiple weeks for these guys. This doesn't seem like this. You already tried coming back once, and you re-injured that early. That doesn't sound like a guy who's coming back this week, if not next week. That seems like a guy that need to get right.
Yeah, and it's like I said, that's why it's so important, to look at the mechanism of injury and how it happened and stuff. Like Tobias's thing is so odd, why a bone contusion as an initial diagnosis? I don't know. But, like I said, if there was an impact, that makes more sense. But, for Ben's case, like I said, there's a whole host of things that can run through your mind based on how he fell. And hopefully it is just a strain. It's unfortunate because, here's the All-Star break. You want to get out on a good foot here and get a higher seed here, but they got some issues.
And a year, sorry, Doc. In a year that we love the new format, now I'm done with the All-Star game because that's twice in 2 years.
You know what I mean? Both guys got hurt.
JoJo got hurt last year, and then now he was hurt before it, but he went to the All-Star game, and we were like, what are you doing, dude? You could have rested, played in the All-Star game, and then missed like the 10 games coming out of the break. You know? And now we don't know what's going on with Ben. We're praying and hoping that it's not as bad, but if it is, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun.
No, stretch fracture took me down. You know what I mean? That took me down a peg.
Yeah, we're hoping that's not it.
Yeah.
You can stress fracture us right on out the playoffs. Then we're counting down spring training days.
Oh, we already are doing that one.
And watching the Fly Guys.
But yeah, it doesn't look good on that end for these two guys at this point.
Yeah. Well, we got to keep our fingers crossed, man. You got to, do something. Got to do some type of special dance.
I've been trying them. Can't find the right one that works here for a couple years. I got nothing left. I've been hyping them up, and we just got to hope that hopefully it's just a couple weeks, and it's not something that's season ending for either one of these guys.
Yeah,
because that'd be the big blow.
Well, in a weird way, I mean, let's say it is a couple of weeks, right? Just looking at it from a positive spin, that might give the Sixers a chance to get these other guys into the routine and see how they fit in, and play Glenn Robinson and who's the other guy? Not Glenn Robinson. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, you are right there.
Glenn Robinson.
GR3 and Burks.
Yeah, and then give Shake Milton some more time, and he scored 17 points the other night.
5 threes. Yeah.
Shake right on roll.
Yeah. So there might be a silver lining here, and then it gives those guys reps, and then allows Ben to heal up, because then they're probably gonna make the playoffs, but they're not gonna be the greatest seed. But I mean, he can come in rested and then rock in the playoffs. That would be great. I mean, that's just kind of a silver lining or positive spin on it.
Yeah, I'll take a healthy Ben body in the playoffs. Absolutely.
Yeah,
definitely can use that.
We'll take the silver lining. Now, my thought is there though, if he misses a lot of time, I mean, we're lucky if we finish at the 5 seed. Then we might be looking at a 6 seed.
We are lucky to have
7 or 8.
a week like 25 games left per se, weekish compared to the rest of the league. So that we do
12,
and we do still have Joe. So you still have at least one of the stars for regular season that you can win some of these games. And there's hope, like you said, hopefully some of these other guys can step up. I hope they got to, because Monday night you're going without Ben and Tobias already against the Hawks team that owns us.
It didn't look great at home against Brooklyn without him on Thursday. I'm just saying that was a tougher game than it probably should have been.
Yeah. And there's another team coming in that's going to make it a tougher game than it should have been. The Hawks.
Trey's playing great ball. The Hawks always play us tough.
Agreed.
Should be a tough win. They gotta get that win tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just everyone shut up for a little bit. Hopefully we get good news on Ben and get a win.
Yep, 101 there. So Doc, Phil's coming up here for us around here, and excitement already just because there's a change and a new real culture and not weirdness anymore. So that's exciting. And Vegas has, and we talked about it a little bit on Wednesday, but Vegas has the over/under for this team at 85.5. Just looking at them, and I believe you're a Yankees fan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just looking at it from an outsider, we want to get
That's unfortunate.
your opinion.
Well, Phillies are my National League team. Let's just put that on record.
Yep.
Uh,
We'll run with that, Doc.
Yeah,
Phillies
yeah.
National.
Yep.
Well, you know what? I mean, dude, Girardi's the man, dude. That's kind of biased opinion on my part, but like, he doesn't take any BS, and I think this guy's gonna bring a different culture and accountability that they're gonna hopefully bolster these guys and get them to higher up in that win column. I'm a big believer in him, man, and it's and he's genuine too in a sense. I mean, you may not like what he does or and stuff like that, but I think he wins, So I think that's gonna make a huge difference. Hopefully these guys, Harper, hopefully in the second season is going to be a little more relaxed, maybe not pressing as much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he was last year. I don't know. But,
Early on.
I got a positive outlook for the Phils. I think they can do it, man.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean,
I like it.
I just think, like, Girardi brings you 8 more wins than you had last year. If you just look at it, like, on the surface of that. Like, he's that much better than what was here. And this roster is a little bit is obviously
I think
better.
it's more complete.
This
More
roster is way
complete
better than it
roster.
was last year. And I say way better because just Didi and the additional Wheeler make you that much better than you were last year. Because in spots that you needed these guys, you need an everyday shortstop, not Gene Segura. You need a real major league caliber shortstop. You got one, and I know, Doc, you watched him obviously for years. Didi to me is the
He's a good
biggest
player.
addition. Is bigger than Wheeler in my opinion.
Yeah, he's smooth, man. He's really good, and he's a left-handed bat, and he can cover a lot of ground at shortstop. I liked him. I mean, you hate to see Jeter go back when he did, but he was on the decline, and Gregorius came in. It was like a huge upgrade defensively there, so that they didn't, when he came in like that, not that you forgot about Jeter, but like Gregorius, was a good. If someone had to come in, it'd be Gregorius was the guy to do it, So, but I mean, I'm thinking too, like the pitching, man. Like, I know Arrieta's a little older, but man, between his knee and his elbow, like if he couldn't push off his knee and then his elbow had floating bone spurs in there, that's all cleaned up. I mean, I'm hoping to think that he can be a better version of himself. Maybe not what he was with the Cubs, but he can get a couple more wins out of this guy and be more consistent.
He's going to have to be.
Yeah, he's a key guy.
Absolutely.
He's a key guy.
And they are saying that he looks good, and he says he's healthy.
Well, we heard this last year, so I'm gonna just hold my breath on that. But he could be if he's healthy, he could win game. I mean, he can win 14 games for this team.
Can he win 13 games?
Can he have under
under 4 ERA?
Yeah, under 4, maybe under. I mean, you get really lucky if you got under a 3. If you had him in a 3.8, you get really lucky there. Could he? I don't know, but. It's a different pitching coach and a respected one. Brian Price, who doesn't fall in love with the curveball and the curveball machines and all that stuff.
He's going to have to get into the 7th at times, though. That's how you get wins. I mean, I understand.
This team wants to throw fastballs, according to Andy McPhail.
When you go 5, chances are you don't win too many games when you go 5.
I'm curious to see.
No, you're right. Yeah.
I'm curious to see how they're going to do the lineup. Is what I think that we are a much better team, just full roster wise, because I think. You have guys, utility guys that have been good players in this, like Neil Walker, solid utility guy. Jay Bruce is a great guy to have come off the bench or start a couple games here and there. Jay Bruce,
a couple homers.
Josh Harrison,
Josh Harrison, another guy's been a good utility guy throughout the years, and then we got a good mix of the young guys coming up. Hopefully, some of them we'll start seeing throughout the year this year, and we got some stars. We need them to play well. We got McCutchen back. Harper looks like he should have a great year, hopefully. So I'm excited. I really am. And I think because of you can't. So to me, I'm putting 2 righties after Harper. I don't care how you do the lineup because that means you want to bring a lefty in to throw to him. He's got to face those 2 righties too because you got to face 3 guys now. Changes the dynamic of the game. You have to throw 3 guys when you come in. So you can't just throw a situational lefty at Harper. I'm putting Real Muto and Hoskins behind him. I don't know where you want to do it. I don't care. But you want to do that, that's fine. You're going to face both of them when you're lefty.
And, Doc, I got one more for you, regarding Phillies, too, and that's Andrew McCutchen, who Walsh just brought up. It's a great name drop because he's so important to this clubhouse, this baseball team. And could it be a big difference maker in this team being a postseason to get a postseason in postseason contention to get to the postseason. I'm not going further than that. This is to get to the postseason.
Can we make the playoffs?
Yeah, can they make the playoffs? I think he's a big part of this. Now,
division, too.
they said he's close to being ready by spring training. Now, if you're counting the months since the surgery, where are we at? June, yeah.
Was it May? It wasn't that early, was it?
No, it was like June, right?
It
June,
was definitely
May.
early
It was
June.
Arizona trip.
Just say-
Early June.
First-
We went to a game like May 30th, and the Phillies were in first place. I don't think they were in first place after that day. I think we literally they went downhill.
Yeah,
from that
April
day
makes
on.
it 8 months.
But
April makes it 8 months.
It was right after that series, like when they went on the road, is when it happened.
It's probably a year away from when you went on your trip. When did you go on your trip? Like June? Or I mean,
No.
I know it changes sometimes.
No, no. This year I
Because
went
that would be the-
right around my anniversary, so it was like the week of the 20th of May. So yeah, so
No,
he's
you came back and me and you went to that game. It was St. Louis game, end of a 4-game set. Me and you
Yeah,
went. It
but
was
we-
end of May.
regardless. So yeah, end of May, June.
So
8
right
months.
after is when it happened.
8 months. 8 months.
Yeah.
So 8
So
months.
last
They're
year-
saying
last year
he-
you went on the RV trip.
Should be able to start.
Or was it 2 years ago?
Two.
Was it last year? Oh,
Two.
okay. No, I'm just trying to do the
Yeah.
math because that's that West trip. The
Oh,
West
well.
Coast trip you went on.
Well, he misses the entire summer. Yeah, we know that. Tom.
Okay.
Summer-
let's
summer
get back
travel-
to let's
summer
get back to
travel.
real. Let's get back to not my enjoyment of the world.
No, that
You
wasn't.
know what I mean? Some people just love the world.
That was a time frame.
Okay, some people love the world.
West
I don't
Coast
know.
trip. That's all that was.
Yeah, I know. 2 years though. You're just jumping the gun. All right, you're trying to bait me into
Time
another
flies,
2 weeks.
time flies,
No,
time
I
flies.
saw what you're doing. Another
No,
2
no.
weeker in August is what you were
No.
looking for.
I'm trying to.
You're
get
trying
him-
to add numbers.
get him a
You're
couple
adding
times.
the wrong numbers. You're adding the wrong
I
numbers.
think that was a 6-weeker, that one.
It was long. We went cross country. Them things take a while in an RV. All right, but so it's 8 months in April. So does that make, that's close to me. I mean, I most, when you're talking about an ACL, I don't know if he's ready to go. And if he is, I think, Doc, he's more of a guy who might play 3 times a week early on and then take it easy on him early on and then start, as time goes on, start revving that up. But I could also see him not coming and starting till, let's say, beginning of May. I could also see that too.
Well, they're saying that he should be ready to start the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah, 9
it's interesting with these guys. I mean, I always talk about Adrian Peterson back in the day. Man, this guy was phenomenal when he came back. But McCutcheon's what, 36? No, how old is he? Is he 32?
No, he's not that old.
3?
32?
33?
32.
He seems
So
older than he
he's
is.
in that area, though, Doc. 32,
Yeah, he's
33.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Somewhere like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're a better team with him in the lineup. I mean, look at last year, man. It all went downhill after he got hurt. I mean,
Absolutely.
it just started slowly going apart because he was such a catalyst. So, I want him in there. I mean, if April is 9 months, I mean, that's kind of on the early spectrum. It doesn't mean he can't do it, but, we got guys like Adam Halsley, whatever his name is, and we got Roman Quinn if he can stay healthy, and then I don't know who. Oh, and then Bryce Harper. So you got 3 guys right there. You don't have to rush McCutcheon back in. You can maybe rotate him, like you said. Maybe he plays 3 days a week until he's ready to fully go. I mean,
Yeah, you run out Jay
Yep.
Bruce
You
out
got
there
Bruce
a couple
out there,
times.
too, yep.
So
Jay Bruce, that's right. Yeah.
yeah, so I think they're gonna. I mean, I could see them giving him. I could see him not playing the whole month, and I could also see him playing. 2 games a week, 3 games a week, and then easing back in that way too.
Yeah, I mean, I think they got options there, and they have good options as long as these guys stay healthy. Like Quinn can't go a full season yet. He's been hurt the last.
And
2,
he
3
would be
years.
great to stay healthy this year, too.
He can't play a
His
full minor
speed-
league season.
Just a
And
little
because
guy.
we're kind
Just a little guy.
of not really a fast team anymore. We had a lot of speed before. We don't really have a lot of speed. He's our fastest guy. We would love for him to stay healthy this year, just as a base running aspect, even if we're not going to play that much. Just to get him
Yeah,
in,
because
get
we
him
have a
in
real
when he need to
manager.
run.
We have a
Yeah.
real manager who's actually going to
do that.
do
yeah.
that. Yep. Nope. You're 100%.
I would love
spot
Roman
on.
Quinn to stay healthy this year, and we know he's a plus outfielder. We already know that.
He can hit a little bit too. He can, when he's healthy, he can do some things. He handles the bat well. He obviously just creates pressure on defenses when you got a guy on the base paths with speed, or that can lay down bunts and just changes some things around and just makes some teams think. And that's what you got to do to people. You got to make some people think out there. I think this is actually coach staff that's going to make you think, and it's going to be a little old school feel to it with obviously some of the new school stuff, because Girardi doesn't run from the fact that he likes numbers too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a game of numbers.
I think one of the guys we're gonna have to watch for in terms of work is Realmuto. He played a lot of games last year. If I'm not mistaken, he had something done to his knee in the off season or more recently. So it's like I mean, he's a stud. He's playing well, but man, he started kind of slowing up at the end of the year, I believe. And I'm not sure who the backup is because I think Knapp or somebody got hurt, didn't he? Or has an abdominal injury early on in spring training.
Probably.
Yeah,
Wouldn't surprise. I mean, if he doesn't, yeah. I mean, Knapp's good to handle the catchers. I mean, in spot starts, I don't mind him. I mean, handling the pitchers, I don't mind him.
We're going to ask a lot of JT. I mean, we just are, and he's the best catcher in the league, and we're going to ask a lot of him. We just are, and then hopefully he gets rewarded with a great payday after this year.
Yeah.
$10 million's fun too, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I want him to stay though. That's what I'm saying. I love JT, and I mean, I know it's asking a lot for him to catch 120 games, but I mean, we're going to ask him to catch 120 games.
The best guys in the league do that. So he has to.
130. Yeah. I think he caught the most last year in the league by a good amount too. And we're going to want him to do it again.
So.
Yeah, we absolutely need him to do it again. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun year, and hopefully a fun finish to the Sixers. And I know we'll talk. We'll obviously talk next week more about these two injuries and a little bit more where this team is, because every week that goes by, we're closer to finding out. Is Brett staying or going? What happens? And so, Doc, it's great having you on like we always do, and let everybody know where they can find you, what you got going on, and all that good stuff.
Sure, yeah. It's Specialized Physical Therapy. We got offices in Cherry Hill, Burlington, and Princeton. You can find us online at specializedphysicaltherapy.com. You don't need a doctor's script to come see us. You can come right off the street, and then we accept most major insurances in network, so that's a good thing. Nothing exciting and new coming up just yet on the horizon, but there will be some stuff in the springtime.
Let's go. All right, Doc.
Sounds great, Doc.
We'll talk to you again next week. Thanks for jumping on with us.
Thanks, Doc.
Hopefully not as many injuries next week. We can just talk about the team a little bit more.
See you, Doc.
See you, Doc.
Guys, take it easy. Yep.
You too. That was Dr. Paul Whitell, everybody. Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton locations. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Like you said, except most major insurances. Right? You're good. Take you you come right off the street.
Sponsored by Mellow Yellow.
What this is? The race? Wow. Unbelievable.
You know what's
He's
one
even
thing
here.
He's probably there.
Before I
Is there a palm
forget,
tree? Yeah.
before I forget, one thing that's actually pretty cool. You remember how you used to be like the like when the AL plays the NL team, it used to be like set. It was set dates every year.
Yeah.
Now for like the last couple of years, it's
sporadic.
Just gonna be anytime.
Yeah.
That's actually cool with JT because maybe we could catch some off days where he can DH him.
Yep.
Now, granted,
That's why if I sign to a long-term contract, I almost want the DH. I almost want DH in the NL
it's
because then it benefits me. That's
It's
the only
coming.
reason.
I hate
I don't want it really,
It's
but
coming.
then I'm like, oh, if it's coming, I don't think I'm gonna get too up in arms because I sort of need it. I sort of
coming.
could use it. If I'm signing a guy and I want him playing here when he's 33, 34, I'm gonna need to be able to DH him and give him a breather because he's here to hit. He's here to drive baseballs. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he's a if not the top defensive catcher in baseball, damn close to it right now.
Yeah, right
so,
there.
Right there over his body of work recently. But, over time, you age. Then get slow or whatever. But he's even better because how well he hits. So he's even a better catcher because how well he hits. That's just one-trick pony.
oh no, he's a stud.
He's a middle-of-your-order guy. If not your two-hole guy, depending on how you want to do it. He can really bat all over the place for you.
I
Wherever
love
you
it.
want.
I love
No, I don't
it.
want to do that.
I mean, I know
Let's not do that. Let's not all
No.
over the place.
I
Let's
love
not.
it.
Oh,
It
look
just
at
gives
us.
somebody else
Look at us.
a-
He can go wherever you want to go.
Whoa,
It just
Gabe.
gives-
Okay,
it
let me
just
get
gives
that.
somebody else a
Get that
job.
Coke.
Whoa,
I mean,
Gabe.
I've always loved it. I've always been a proponent of it. I know Wilson hasn't, but I understand what he's saying because I do like the NL game. And if these guys weren't numbered nerds, then the whole game could still be played the same way that it is at every level. You know what I mean? Without pitchers hitting. All right. The problem is when the AL, they're analytic idiots, and it's just on cruise control. It's like, okay, just put that in, and then we don't have to make any changes. We just have to make a bullpen change instead of like, hey man, like, if you still roll the ball and you still hit and run and you still pinch hit when guys are maybe struggling or something, then there's still a strategy behind it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It doesn't
still
have
manage.
Yeah, the DH
Yeah.
doesn't have to ruin that. You know what
No,
I mean?
it
But
doesn't have
I
to.
do like the double switch. I do like that part of it.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
that,
Well, it's
you
just
know?
I
tougher
agree
to
with
imagine.
But when you
NL.
get because
And he can
when
still
you
double
get
switch
extra
it.
innings, you're in trouble. You know what I mean?
And
Like
I
if
like,
you went through
and
your
I
bench.
like the fact that it's
You know.
tougher to imagine now.
I understand.
It's more of the game that it used to be where you got to play. It's a mind game with you and the
Yeah,
other
no,
guy.
I understand, and I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the whole
so
game.
do I.
It's always been an extra.
Yeah,
I
but
love
guess
that.
what?
The problem is
Yeah, but guess
the
what?
young generation doesn't.
Yeah,
love
but
them.
guess what?
And they're trying to sell the game. I mean, the game is.
Guess
it's-
what? Before we go to break here, guess what? Though at the end of the day, the whole game is trying to figure you out, regardless of.
No, there's constantly a pitcher in the lineup, or
No, it
or
changes
a,
that.
Yeah, that's the
We've always said, like, whether you like it or not,
Yep.
I mean, there's no reason that college football rules are different from the NFL. It's the same game. You understand? And like, there's no why is the NFL,
Why- yeah,
why
why
is
do
the
you have a
AL
different
having
game in the
DH
same-
and the NL
in the
doesn't?
same league,
The
same
senior
league.
circuit,
Yeah. It's like senior tour.
Yeah.
Like, why do we have a different?
Yeah, it's like why
What?
there usually is more runs scored in the AL, and then I guess that's what they want. How
That-
they
we
want
know what
they
they
want
want.
runs up.
But listen, our baseball conversation isn't going anywhere. We'll continue talking Phils on the other side, get a little deeper, because we'll have another poll question up for you over on the Twitter side and everywhere. Is this team going to win over 85.5 games? And if so, where do you have them, one way or the other? We'll dissect that a little more, and we'll have a crumb of the week on the other side as well. It's Agree to Disagree, only on A2D Radio. Brought to you by our doc. Make him yours. It's Dr. Paul Vidal. Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton locations. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Fam, see you on the other side. Stay with us.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. no notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. no notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Shitgate. Welcome back. Agree, disagree. A2D Radio.
I wouldn't bring it up. I think it's going to go bad for you.
No, nothing's going to go bad for me. I'm full transparency, but I'm not talking about this right now. If you want to bring in a crumb of the week, I'm just joking with the family on just our hiatus for a little bit.
No, I would never throw you in the crumb week. Only that one time.
You can't say never when you have.
It was you deserved it that time.
I never deserved
I wouldn't
it.
do it for this.
Agree, disagree.
Dropped a Lee in that one too.
Yeah, he did.
Full
name. Birth name.
I would go back like car seats. I know full names. I'm sorry.
Agree, disagree. HUD Radio. We're live from the Real Talk Studios. Tom Renaud, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Ralphie D filling in for Hot Tub Time Machine. Greg Milwaukee.
He's exceeding expectations, I would say.
Yeah, I mean,
above and beyond.
Woo, wow. Ooh, Greg. Woo.
Greg just, is above and beyond. We talked about it.
Coming up small. Greg's coming up small.
It's not. So we talked, if you just joined us early on, we talked the whole first half Sixers. We had the doc on, Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton locations. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. When we had him on, we talked about Ben. Now, Sweep said on the bottom line, Ben out Monday.
Yep.
So Ben's out Monday, Tobias out Monday, so you already know that, fam. So now we got to move forward with this. This isn't what you wanted to hear today. I can't deal with this. I can't do this. I just can't. I can't talk about it anymore. I'm done talking Sixers right now. I can't. This is what's going to happen to us, and there's no point in me fighting. Because, I can't fight for this team without Ben and Tobias.
I just hope we can get a win
Eastern
tomorrow.
Conference Finals.
Can you get a win tomorrow?
Yeah, but I'm not going to.
We'll see from there.
Hopefully
good news in the afternoon.
Gonna need
and a win
45 out of you, Joe.
Yep, going to need you night-to-night basis now. Hey, Al, if you want to show up, that's fun too. So
Yeah.
Our first poll question on the first half of the show, you can still vote for it. The Sixers will figure out their road woes come playoff time. Do you agree or disagree? So, you go back, listen. We're everywhere. If you missed us live, you can check us out. The replay always stays up. If not, listen, you got all the podcast forms, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, Google Play, SoundCloud, iTunes. So I think I said them all.
Yeah.
Pretty much. There's all of them.
Readily available.
We're going to switch it up.
Available.
We're going to switch it up to some Phillies. We were talking Phillies with the doc before we took our break, and now we're going to revisit it. And this is our poll question is, will the Phillies win over 85.5 games? So 85.5 games is the number from Vegas. So will the Phillies win over 85.5 games? Let us know. You agree or disagree? Whoever wants to start that part.
Is it like they will? Is that the statement? They will
They
win
will.
over?
They will win over.
I agree. I told you, I think I like the direction of this team. I think we're in a very tough division. That is fact. You could tell me that any of the Phillies, Nationals, Braves, or Mets win the division, I wouldn't be shocked by it because I think all four have a chance to be good teams. Now, I think the Nats may have taken a little step back. You lose. Obviously, their pitching is great. Scherzer's getting old, though. At some point, he's got to slow down, right? You would hope. and then no Rendon. You lose your best offensive player. So we'll see how they bounce back from that. I expect the Braves to be good. I expect the Mets pitching to be good. Are they going to hit enough? I don't know. I think our team got better.
Yep.
I think
our lineup got better.
Our lineup got better. I think our pitching got better. Now, I understand everyone's going to be skeptical about the bullpen, but there's guys that are now healthy who hopefully can fill roles. And then I know we took a flyer on a bunch of guys, maybe one or two work out. We didn't pay a lot for a lot of them.
Yep.
Got
a lot of minor league deals.
Got guys out there. Maybe one of them can stick on. And I like the young guys progressing, and I like our fielding. I think we can be a very good fielding team, better than last year, because you hope Segura can play a better third than
the foul line
Miguel.
saves him, obviously, so that's a big win for him.
And then Didi's a better shortstop than he is, and you get Scott into his
natural position, which a lot of people said, Wills, it could be a Gold Glove caliber second baseman because people always said he picked it.
Yeah, really.
He had no issues picking it in second.
He played well at short.
So I can see, I see him being fine there. That's where I want him. I mean, I've been begging for it. Segura was my third baseman because Segura hits enough to be a corner guy. And I think he's going to pick it a lot better because he is saved by the foul line at third.
Well,
you know what I mean? You don't have to go as far.
He's done a good job.
Play,
he's been
two errors today,
his
but
best
this one you want to have.
Defensive year was with the D-backs at second base. So that's kind of where, it's not etched in stone yet. It's still, you have to see how it goes.
Two errors today, I don't know.
Well, he dove for one that went off his glove.
Gene or Scotty?
Segura. That
Oh,
third.
yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
But he dove for one that went off his glove that Didi was going to have. He was back there to have it.
Yeah.
And you saw Didi talk to him afterwards. So he's got to figure out, balls he can get
What
to,
he can
balls
get to, what he
can't. That's
can't.
all it
Yeah,
is, really.
It's a
I
step and a
expect him to play
dive.
better.
You got to come and get the ball.
Yeah.
It's a step and a dive. You got to make the charge play. So yeah, he should get used to it. But Kingery has played over there. So
Yeah.
if it's that much of an issue, or if it
can always
if
switch
it
it
doesn't,
back.
if it doesn't happen in a month when they break camp, we'll see what happens.
You can always
right?
switch it back. Yep, fair.
So yeah, I think they're going to be good defensively, and I think offensively we're a problem. And like I said, I want to see what he's going to set the lineup as, because I want to see where Harper's going to hit. Because to me, you got to have two righties behind him, and now you got Didi in there, who's also a lefty, bats lefty. So I want two guys behind him. That way, if you're going to throw a situational lefty at Bryce, now you got to face two righties afterwards, because you got to go three.
Well, where you
This
bat
whole-
Bryce?
this
In the
whole
three
three-
hole?
Yeah, probably.
So
I would probably go Reese, JT,
See,
4-5.
See, I would probably go the opposite of that until Reese hits. You know what I mean? Until
I think Reese is my four-hitter.
He's out of it.
That's his
You know
spot.
what
I think he'll be okay.
I would consider going JT 4 if I needed to. But there's also, I don't know. It's
JT
tough.
can't be 6. I mean, I know that's what people are saying, and
No,
that's
5.
to me.
I would do 5.
And yes, I'm
Yeah.
saying, but
I would
when the
do
other
2.
jabronis put it up there, or other people want to lengthen him when they would go right, left. He's one of your best hitters. I mean, like 6.
I go
mean,
Scotty
that's just-
6,
To me, that's
probably.
too far. Yeah, that's a little too lengthy for me. I mean, you love to be that long, where if you could have JT in the 6, all
Scotty
course,
can
but-
even go 7.
Yeah, maybe. I agree.
Because depending on how you go, Segura could go 6. You know what I mean? Where Raul Muto's batting in the 2-hole. Like, it could go that way.
Well, I was going to go
You know what I mean? He
Segura,
could.
too.
He could.
I would go Segura, too. I would probably lead
That's
off
how I
Kutch.
would
I would lead
start
off
it, yeah.
Kutch when he's
When ready.
if he's not ready to lead
I was
off
just
right
gonna
off the bat,
say.
I might change it. But I would lead off
If he's
Kutch.
not, and if he's not playing every day, then that becomes a new guy every
Well,
time.
I think he's
though,
going
so.
to. I mean, I know they might take him back slowly, like you were saying, like bring him in slowly. But that's the kind of guy he is. I think he's going to
I think
eventually
he will.
play every day once the season
Yeah,
gets rolling.
but I'm saying you would prefer if he's gonna platoon, then that should be like your 7 or 8 hole hitter.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
well, yeah.
And I
early
love
on,
Kutch. I
early
love
on.
Kutch. That's what I'm saying.
Early
Until he's
on,
ready
yeah.
to play every day, because if he's leading off, then somebody else has to lead off. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that's an issue. It's baseball to me. I don't care. But I'm saying it seems like guys like to fall into their roles. You know what I mean? That's the problem. That was
No,
what the
that's
problem
the
with
big thing.
Kapler. You know what
And
I mean?
I
Like,
think
he
Kutch
was
likes
picking
to
out of a
lead off,
hat. He
though,
was picking
but-
out of a hat all the time. No, I have no problem with that. I love him there. You know what I mean? But if he's only playing twice a week or 3 times, then you need another leadoff hitter. All right, so
Yeah, and that would
that's
be
another discussion.
and
You
we
know,
would
you
hope
could put
that-
Didi up there. You know,
Yeah, we would just hope that'd be early on.
Yeah, maybe it's Roman Quinn if he's healthy.
Yeah.
no, I understand.
Maybe it's Segura. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not Harper.
Yes.
I don't think that's
Kapler.
happening.
No, I'm just-
That's not happening. I'll put my whole
I was
reputation.
joking.
Now,
I was
you-
I'll
joking.
put my whole reputation.
No, he's going to bat third.
Are you
I bet.
talking now? Are you talking?
3 or 4. I think 3 though.
Are you talking injuries that make you feel good? Because I don't understand where you got better pitching, except for one guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
or are you getting the other
Well,
guys back from injury?
I think
you know what I mean?
Arrieta healthy, I
Okay.
think is going to be better than people expect, because people are now down on Arrieta. I'm not as down if he's healthy. If he's not healthy, then he might as well just hang it up.
Yep,
you know.
agreed.
But if he's going to be healthy, I'm up on him, and I think I'm okay. I was very optimistic on this guy last year. I'm not as this year, but I'm hoping that Pivetta maybe found something. Pivetta or Eflin.
Well, that's the question marks.
Yeah,
That's, to me,
that's-
so that's not
so-
better yet. That's just that's a question mark. With
Well, I
possible,
feel like
know?
you should get better as your career goes along.
Well, you
if
would
you're
hope.
a young guy, you would hope. I agree, but I think that we got very good in the. I happen to really like Zach Wheeler. I have for years. I know some people haven't, but I think he's been progressing along, and to me, he seems like he's an ace quality pitcher. That's now our 2. Now we need Noah to have a better year than he had last year.
Yep,
I think
agreed.
everyone would agree
No,
with that.
that's a huge part of it.
But I think our bullpen, if healthy, is better than it was last year, because you get Sir Anthony back. You get who's the lefty back? Adam Morgan back, who was seemed to finding a role.
And if Vinny's in it, then you're really
Yeah,
bad.
then maybe
yeah,
Vinny's
you know?
in it. So I don't know. I'm optimistic.
We were
I know
talking about that
everyone
Wednesday.
should
We
be
were talking about that Wednesday,
optimistic.
that-
That's the best thing about baseball. It's a brand new year. Everyone should be optimistic in spring training. But I think that we have a shot to really make the playoffs. I think we're going to go over 85.5. I'm going to say around 90. Right around 90, but I don't even know if that gets you in the playoffs, because I think the NL East is going to be very tough.
Or they beat up on each other, and it gets you in. You know, but the 4 team are just beating up on each other when they play each other,
I
or
think
somebody
it's going
runs
to be
away with
tight.
it. You know what I mean? Or somebody runs away with it.
Yeah.
You know, somebody could run away with it. It could be really tight, but
Well,
it could
Braves
be tight.
won, what,
it could be tight with a
97
lot of
last
wins,
year?
or it could be tight with around 90 wins.
I think Braves won 97 last year. They lost They lost Donaldson, who played well.
Austin Riley in his natural position, though.
Yeah.
True. And we'll see how he came
he
came on gangbusters. He fizzled,
Yeah.
so we'll see how he does.
Natural position. He was out in left field, but yeah, absolutely, he did fizzle.
He wasn't even playing at the end. They were just playing Donaldson.
No, once the face came up and was a pimp for them, the ball.
Yeah,
he wasn't even playing left.
He was
anymore.
crushing.
Yeah.
No, he hit a few off us.
Yeah, I think he hit more than a few.
Some haven't.
But yeah, so I mean, the Braves are obviously going to be in contention, and they're going to be good. And I think the same thing with the Nats. And I think the Mets have a chance to be just as good too. So it's going to be a toss-up. But I think that we have a good shot at making the playoffs. I think we're going to win about 90 games. And I love Girardi. So
yeah,
I'm all in.
I already think it makes you 8 games better than you were last year in a way, and then you add some pieces. So I mean, you can make that argument at around 90. I got him over too. I think this lineup's going to hit. I got confidence in this lineup. I got confidence in a new hitting coach, a better approach, a guy who's had success at this role too. That we've seen how much that meant over this last tenure of just idiots all around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Idiots all over your coaching staff, and you saw how that.
Well, he was the assistant, right, last year. Because has he been the dude yet?
I don't know if he's been the dude.
Kevin Long's been there, so if he came from Washington, he was an assistant. No, I'm just asking.
Oh yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
I didn't go.
Yeah,
I'm not telling you.
think-
I'm not
I
telling
think
you the
you're
deep
right. I
dive,
think
but Kevin
you're-
Long's
I think you're
hitting
correct.
coach for sure. So
Brian Price, though, is a good addition.
Yeah.
And I know it's just right now it's just talking. But one more thing I'll say is I do like Brian Price talking about how he wants everyone to get ahead in the count. We want to throw fastballs. We want to keep them down. We want to get ahead in the count. And that's what Noel was talking about, how that's Price's big thing is staying ahead in the count. It's tough to pitch when you're behind the count. I think everyone knows that.
Sure.
And we were behind a lot last year. So hopefully that's something we're preaching. And these young guys like Pivetta and Eflin can get ahead in the count and have success. You're ahead in the count, you should have success. And there's a lot of talk that people like Eflin a lot.
When you have electric stuff, you should. Yeah,
Jake
absolutely.
Arrieta talking about how Eflin looks great.
F1 pitched great last year.
Arrieta was talking about how he looks great right now.
So he was there. I just don't know what is.
So I'm optimistic, but like you said, there's
He was obviously an assistant. I'm not saying you were wrong.
There's
I'm just
obviously a
asking
level
you
of-
No,
if he's been a dude yet. Because Kevin
That's what I'm
Long's
trying to
been
look.
there.
That's what I'm trying to look.
It was Kevin Long's team,
Yeah, assistant hitting coach. Yep. Who was Joe Girardi's hitting coach for a time with the New York Yankees, or
Probably an assistant. I don't think he's ever been a dude. I don't think, when Joe was there, Rothschild was the pitching coach. Chili Davis, I thought, might have been Joe's
Chili.
I thought Chili might have been Joe's
Chili
hitting
Dog
coach. But,
Davis.
I mean, maybe not.
so he was Dylan served as the minor league hitting coach coordinator with the Marlins.
That's where,
for 2
that's where he
years.
came from with Joe, yep.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, no,
I wasn't sure what
yeah,
exactly
no,
he
no,
was.
no,
I just knew he came from there.
There's no
and
throwing
just,
darts at him.
Just
I mean,
brought
he's
a
obviously
different
got a good
approach.
pedigree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just a different
He's
approach.
worked with Joe before.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to confirm it because I didn't know. I didn't know if he was the head guy. I didn't know if he was the assistant. I didn't know if he was just some guy around in Washington. I just knew he came, and I was like, okay.
Emergency hitting coach.
I was
They
like,
pull him out of the stance like the goalie last night.
Yeah, right. But then like the Brian Price, like you said, is big to me too because this pitching staff of some of these young guys, they need this new approach, not new approach, but the right approach to go about things, and he can help develop some of these guys, and hopefully this rotation, works itself out in the back end, and your top guys do what they got to do, and I can just think he can win 90 plus if everything goes right for him. But how does that usually go? So I have like 88, 90 right around there right now.
I mean, everybody's got question marks, and that's the beauty of it. Everybody's 0-0, which we always talk about, which we love. And then, the question marks, become exclamation points. You know what I mean? Like a couple months in, like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, and that's good, and that's for everybody. You know what I mean? Like the Mets roster is pretty good, 1-25. You know what I mean?
Something's going to struggle.
Could be better, right? Only I say that because they're Penn, all right? If they get the guys from 2 years ago, a Betances from a couple years ago, you know what I mean? It's coulda, woulda, shoulda. Familia and a Diaz from a couple years ago. Then they're lights out for 7, 8, 9. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
If Velasquez goes to the 8th.
It looks like Conforto's taking the next step, so we'll see. Cespedes, he's probably their biggest, X factor.
Yeah, he's the big X there.
Yeah, can he stay healthy? And
he claims he's going to be healthy for opening day. Who knows?
Exactly.
But that's the thing with the Phillies. Like, you look at, will Velasquez accept the role and try to go be dominant in the 8th inning? You know what I mean? Like,
will
really,
Kutch come back healthy?
Will
Yeah,
Kutch
yeah,
come
yeah.
back
Fun
healthy?
stuff
Will,
too,
will
yeah.
Harper be able to like have an MVP type season? Which
Will
if you want to make the
Wheeler-
playoffs,
will
he
Wheeler
has
come
to.
in and be dominant and be what we paid for. You
Can,
know?
yeah, can Noah win 18?
Yeah,
You know what I
no,
mean? Like
absolutely.
the big ones, like the big
Noah
numbers.
bounce back?
Can
Yeah.
Kaboom replace Rendon? You know what I mean? From just going through the whole division. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's another young guy. You know, is Robles ready to take the next step? He's an absolute pimp. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's why they let Harp go.
And are the kids in Atlanta as good as they are? Too. That can always be a question.
Yeah.
You know, which they are. They
And
are.
Is
They
Soto,
are. But
is
you know
Soto
what I mean?
a
They are.
superstar?
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
he's been a really good player now for a year and a half. This is a step where you become a superstar possibly.
Well, he showed a little bit of that in the postseason.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good
Did
player.
a lot of pointing at people, so you have
so
to.
you better. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, yeah. I know Sweep's not a big fan of this.
I love throwing fastballs now. And we say, no, I'm trying to hit you on purpose. I like to drill. You know, I'm a drill cat. Too.
Yeah,
So-
I'm
so
right
the
with
whole
you. And we
division, it's the toughest division,
Hardest
you
fastball in baseball.
Yes,
So,
and they've been crowning themselves over it, too.
So
If you
we'll-
listen to
we'll
McPhail
drill.
talk,
So
I've never seen a guy blow themselves over their velocity as a staff.
It's the hardest division in baseball, and you know, like I said, everybody's got their their question marks. So we'll see. You know, but you feel good about your squad. You know, and Joe Girardi's a 1,000-time upgrade. You know, what I mean, he's won everywhere he's been. You know, he always had. You know, the Marlins were always played hard.
Yeah,
exactly.
in
what,
it, but
you
in
know,
it like
we're-
tough. They'll
once
go
again,
beat you.
Well, once again, we're changing sports. You know what I mean? But that's what we ask out of the Sixers. You know what I mean? Like, don't tell me about the personnel. Just the culture. Play hard and play. Play. A lot of effort and play hard for this guy. And that's all we're asking
Playoff
for. And that's what the
48.
Marlins always
when
did.
teams
You know what I
don't
mean?
show up, you should win games
Yeah, and
because
that's-
you're strictly going to play hard.
Yeah, and that's what the Marlins always did. They always played hard under Joe. You know.
And listen,
He won Coach of the Year, didn't
we
he?
love
Yeah.
the guy. We
Yeah,
love the guy.
absolutely.
Manager
You know,
or something.
obviously, this is the guy we all wanted here.
Yeah,
As
absolutely.
our guy, and this is like you said, big time change of culture. And I think this lineup's gonna have put up crooked numbers, gonna have crooked innings where they're just throwing up, they're throwing up a 5-6 spot on you. You know, back in the day a little bit. You know, they have the capabilities of slugging some teams in here. You know, I just think they do. I mean, 1 through 8. You know, your 8-hole hitter, you can hide a little bit in Hazley, a young guy, but so 1 through 7, you got vets who have a track record of doing what they do. You know what I mean? You do have vets that have a track record of hitting.
Yeah.
So, outside of Kingery, so Kingery's a little bit of a question mark. Does he take the next step as a young player, right? I mean, that's a question mark. You know, he came back 230 again. So, do you take the next step in staying in one spot, right? Hoskins, can you put it all together and be the guy that people think around here you can be, right? And not the guy in the second half of the season who might have been the worst hitter in baseball outside of Chris Davis. So, who are some of these guys, our younger guys? The vets, Realmuto, Harper, Kutch, Segura, Didi. You know what them guys do. Their numbers are their numbers. They've been doing it.
And at least from Hoskins, you're going to need the power numbers.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
I need
if you're
40.
going to hit 220, you got to have 42. You got to have
Yep.
42 and close to 100 stakes. It's just the bottom line. You know what
I think
if you want to
he's
hit in the middle,
fine.
if you want to hit in the middle of the lineup, that's what you got to do.
No, and I hope he hits.
I think he'll
He
hit
needs it.
260, and I think he'll lead the yard. I think he had a terrible second half. First half was still 960 OPS. He was solid first half.
No, things happen.
Terrible
I
second
figure
half.
it
Yeah, terrible
out.
second
Shit
half.
happens. He can figure it out if he takes it. If he lets people talk to him, and he's that kind of guy who's willing to, hear people out and not say, "Hey, I'm never going to change anything" type guy. Then maybe he doesn't figure it out. But it looks
Well,
like
he changed his stance already. So
it's
yeah.
going there.
That's right.
So no, you're right with us. Right with us. He's willing to make adjustments. It looks like I'm a fan of guys willing to make adjustments. So I'm not going to be critical of you early on if you're struggling the first month because you made an adjustment here. But you better figure it out then. You know what I mean? I'm sort of like lenient in that first month with a lot of hitters.
Yeah, it's
Some guys come out
baseball.
hot. Some guys come out hot.
It's all
But
about adjustments. You know the game.
but yeah, I mean, I got confidence in Nola. I got semi high confidence in Wheeler. I'm not like
You should be really confident.
I like Wheeler a lot, but not as much
almost
as you
more
do.
confident than Nola.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Wheeler in the last 2 years, besides, I said this last week. Let's see if I can get it right this time because I said like Holiday or something. But besides fucking DeGrom and Scherzer, he's thrown the most 7-inning starts in the last 2 years. I'm telling you, Zach Wheeler's on the cusp of being a star. I think we got him in a perfect time.
Well, real quick, any thoughts? Brian Severs chimes in. Any thoughts?
What up, Severs?
He said, any thoughts on the new Fanatic?
I mean, listen, I would like him to stay pure because I'm a purist with baseball and everything. But if anyone's to blame, it's the piece of the shit that came up with his original costume because technically the Phillies lose rights June 15th if they don't get this thing passed.
So why
that's
can't
why
they
they
just pay
But
them?
they got to pay them, Wilson. I mean, if you
Why can't
came
they
up
just
with a
pay
buddy, you would want your money.
Well, yeah,
too,
well, they're not
buddy.
just paying them?
No, that's the thing. Yeah, that's why.
Well, how much were they paying them?
I don't know. I don't know
thought-
the details, but that's it, though. I mean, but I hear you. I mean, but I think that's what they're saying. Like, hey, listen, we created this.
Yeah, but then weren't they?
give us
I
some-
thought the Phillies were willing to settle with a certain amount, and these people are now.
Yeah, that I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
if that's
know.
the case,
Yeah,
then
no,
I
I
switch
hear
my
you.
stance.
Yeah,
then.
absolutely.
So, but no,
absolutely.
yeah,
I figured
definitely
the
should
Phillies
get
were just
paid.
tightening it
Definitely
up.
should get paid.
But they unveiled it today. It looks fine. It's
Yeah, it's
very,
whatever.
it's
They
nothing,
changed
yeah.
his tail a little bit. He's
Yeah,
got bush your eyes. Whatever. He's fine. He's a fanatic. He's still a fanatic.
Yeah.
He's still the best
He's
mascot
got
in
blue
sports.
sandies. He's got blue
Still the best
sandies.
mascot in sports. Fuck you, Mets, Mr. Met. Fuck you.
Bill Middlebrook said he's at 82 for the Phillies. Brodo has the Braves win 95, Mets 89, Phillies 87, Nats 87. Marlins, who cares? Yeah, I got the Phils can win this division. I mean, so can all the
All
other
four
three
of them, I
teams.
think. Yeah.
So. But I'm gonna obviously ride with my guys, and I think they can pull this division out, and they might be able to pull it out. I got an 88-90 right now. I got to see some more things shape out. I want to know how our bullpen shapes out going into the year before I start getting too jazzy. But I think right now, from what it looks like, they can go compete for this division and win it. They can. They got enough firepower offensively to go be able to compete for it with the other guys. Teams in this division. They can go hit with Atlanta. They can go down to Atlanta and hit. This lineup should be able to go down there and say, oh, you want to get in a 10-8 game? Right?
Yeah.
They had the capabilities of playing that style of baseball too. And they also have the capability with some guys in this staff that hey, I can go win a 3-1er today. So I feel like they have the ability to win both ways. We just got to see how that plays out. I think they can.
And
now
we
the question is,
lose enough
can they
balls
win?
last
Can they win a 3-1 game with 8-9 locking you down too? On a consistent basis as well.
Yeah.
That's the biggest question mark more than all of it.
Almost biggest is Neris going to be a really good closer?
Yeah.
That's huge.
I don't know.
That's that might be the biggest question of the season for us because everyone knows it. There's last 3 outs, toughest outs to get in baseball.
Yep.
Okay? And I don't know why it is. It's just 3 other outs, but it's not 3 other outs. Like Sweeps always says, it's not 3 other outs. And that's how, like Gabe Kapler will tell you it's just 3 other outs. That's why he's not fucking here no more. Okay? Because it's not just 3 other outs. You got to fucking get them.
I love it. I just love it. I
The lights
love it.
are-
I love it. I
the
love
lights
it.
are bright,
I love
everything's
every
amped up.
opportunity
I mean, so-
to just jab coconuts.
yeah,
I love every opportunity to
25,
slice and dice
25,
coconuts.
26, and
Slice
27
it.
are amped up. You know what I mean? The lights are on.
Get the two
you know,
cuts.
Lights are bright.
yeah.
Guys shrivel.
Lead off walk.
Guys
I
shrivel.
mean, that's all it takes. You know what I mean?
Remember, I got a guy for you. God damn it.
Do you?
I'm going to fuck his name up. Cleveland guy. He actually became a decent starter, but he started out as a pen guy, and they put him in a close role. He never could get guys out. I think he was like a birth. He had like a birth thing too. Like he came out, he was older than he actually said he was. But I remember Big Poppy took him yard a ton as he was a closer.
Well,
I can't think of his fucking name.
I'll tell you
one.
one. Yeah, you're pressed. Everything tightens up. Some guys are just built for I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's 3 outs. I'm just gonna go throw my best pitch. You hit it, right? And other guys are like, oh my god, the crowds get a little more wild up, one way or the other, and you
Scenes
press.
get a little higher.
Yep. White knuckle
Absolutely.
talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You start gripping it, trying to grip it a little too tight and ripping it. So many things happen. So like you said, Christ, I lead off walk, I lead off single, I lead off bunt. You know what I mean, for a hit. I lead off hit by batter, I lead off whatever. You know what I mean? Like so much goes wrong there, and then some of these guys tighten up, and the damn good closers are like, all right, 2 guys get on, I'm gonna go shut it down now, and then some lock in. You see some guys come in, but like there's closers, a lot of them. You bring them in the 8th, they're giving up a run. You know what I mean? When teams get cute.
Not to compare them, but Mariano had a 1st and 3rd, no outs, and you still felt like this game's over.
Yeah,
this
it's
game's
over.
over. Punchy's coming. He's gonna break 2. He's gonna break 2 bats.
And everybody knows what's coming with Naris too, right? Like everybody knows the split's coming. Just like Mariano, everybody knew the cutter's coming. I'm not comparing them either.
Yeah.
But like you still get outs and be damn effective in 3 outs, even though everybody knows what's coming.
Yeah.
If you make your pitch.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes some pitch is just too nasty for guys to lay off. That's why you're an MLB guy in a potential closer role this year.
Yeah.
But Vinny V, right there, like Vinny V, do you want to come out and be the 8th inning guy? A lot of guys can get paid, bro. You can get paid for being the 8th inning guy and just go throw your best shit and who wants to hit it. And listen, that 8-9 to me, I can win with. I feel like I can because I think that guy for 1 inning just can come throw it as hard as he fucking wants to. Let's go. And he can be effective there. He can be so effective there. But it's just the mind. Like, can you go there? Or are you more suited for like the 7th? But whatever. I need you to be a later on guy for me. All right?
Yep.
And if Naris can't get it done, then hopefully Sir Anthony. But the thing that's scary with Sir Anthony is what happened to his elbow. It's the same thing with Tanaka. Tanaka just said, fuck it. And thank God he's never had to get Tommy John. He's never had to get Tommy John, but most of the time you get Tommy John after that. Yeah. That's what comes next. Yeah. They wanted to just go cut in the Tanaka right away in New York. And he was like, no, I can throw through it, whatever the case may be. Right? And it's never been cut open since. Great. But that's a miracle because them guys throw 42 pitches. So like they can do different shit. But here in the States,
I like that.
That usually leads to something else.
Yeah.
So that's scary. That's scary to me with Sir Anthony. Like, I don't know, does Tommy John come creeping 2 months in?
He's a triple-digit guy. Usually those guys are the guys.
They get it.
Yeah, there's the guys that the rubber band's wound too tight.
As soon as it happens, why doesn't this cut? Well, as soon as it happens, go in for the cut. Let's get him right. Then we'll come back and it'll be throwing 2 miles an hour faster. We know how this works. Like, just cut it up. Cut it up. But no, I'm excited. I mean, just excited for baseball season alone. But, when you're like, guys like us that are around the game and you're inside all the time, you can't wait for that part too. Just to be outside. Baseball's back, you're outside. Yeah. Nobody likes being inside.
55 today was beautiful.
Beautiful. I was hoping teams would be light in there today. Nope. Everybody wanted to come in.
2 weeks left.
Yeah, get them in. Nope. So, listen, jacked up. Can't wait. We're going to be talking Phils a lot more moving forward here, obviously through spring training and leading up to the year. And you just cross fingers, knock on wood. Let's get a healthy roster going in, and let's go to work. All right? Done and done. Crumb of the week?
You can go first.
Who, me? You want me to lead off?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I'm not – now we're cap ordering. We're just going to throw guys in different spots, expect them to be still effective.
Do you want me to – Jesus Christ. Now we're cap ordering.
Well, because there's so many. There's so many potential guys.
Well, like I said, we were tired of the story, because it's carrying on. So I'll go first. I mean, we I don't think we.
Guy. He's a
well, we don't really
guy.
address.
He's a utility guy.
We didn't address him. We didn't address him personally last week when it was said. We kind of, like I said, because the whole thing is starting to annoy us, and we don't want to hear it anymore. You know what I mean? But I'll land on Rob Manfred for thousands of reasons, right? But just the comment, we play the game to win and play for the trophy, you know what I mean? So to say it's just a piece of metal, you're a dry jock, Rob. All right? You're a dry jock. We already knew that about you, buddy, with all your fucking stupid ideas, all right? So I already knew that you need a fucking year's supply of Gold Bomb just to fucking drive down the street. You understand? Because you got to, it's fucking itching like crazy, Ralph. You're right down there, all right? Holy shit, Ralph, don't cut me off. All right. I thought I went mute there. But I mean, come on. It's just like, he's trying to cover, whatever. The punishments for the players, I get it. You know what I mean? We understand that was opening up a can. We're not going to go down there again. But to make stupid comments like that, I mean, that's why you play the game. You know what I mean? They get paid handsomely. We understand that. You know what I mean? But as a kid, that's what you've always played for, right, is to win.
That
right?
ring
I mean,
hold on, that ring just isn't
now
a
it's 2020. I get it. And there's, ribbons and there's fucking hot dogs and there's ices and shit. I get that. You know what I mean? All right? And that's why your kid sucks
fucking
and he's a fucking pussy, right? If your kid's fucking 5 years old, he plays to win. You understand? Like, you don't keep score, right? My daughter fucking played soccer. They don't keep score. That's bullshit. I fucking keep score in my head. All right? They lost a lot of fucking 20 to... Ralph, don't mute me! Jesus!
You're
Ralph!
good. You're clear.
Are you sure? All right. I can't hear myself. Lost a lot of fucking 20 lost a lot of 20 to 3 games in those fucking 4-year-old soccer games. I'm keeping score. Right? And they gave her a trophy. At the end, I fucking threw it right in the dumpster. That's it. She had 1 goal. Right? So you should always play to win at every fucking age.
Absolutely.
So fuck you, Rob.
That's parenting of the year right
there. Fuck you, Rob.
That's all I want to say. Parent of the year. That's absolutely. Everyone's happy with 5th place now. Fuck that.
No thanks.
That's why they don't invent anything good anymore.
I told
5th place.
I don't even care. I told my 13U team the other night. I said, listen, guys were sitting around the table. I said, whoa. I said, what are we in Jamaica? We in the Bahamas? We just on an all-inclusive. We're just legs up. We're relaxing. I said, because this gets your butt kicked all spring and summer. You might be good with that. You guys might be good with that.
You gotta drop the chocolate.
I ain't good with it. I'm trying to win games. I don't care what I'm coaching, what I'm playing.
The other line was great. Yeah. You gotta drop that.
Oh, so I'm like, what are we doing? We're just gonna roast some marshmallows sitting around a bonfire. I said, what if we have time? We're gonna get the chocolate for the s'mores. I told him. I said,
how can I have s'more? I haven't had it yet.
Knock it off. I'm not here to lose games. I'm here to win. That gets you over 4 in a day. right? That's an 0 for 4 or 0 for 6er, right? That's a woe is me drive home. That's what that is. That's what's coming. You good with that?
That's when you got to give the Augie Garrido.
And I gave more. I gave so much. I said there's 13 other kids on the other team. They would love to play for this team. So do it. Go. Time's yours. I said, time's yours. Yeah, go do what you feel's right.
The incompetence is in every field. All right. Hence my man there. That's self-done right there. See that little pinky thing? It's done by himself, right? After he paid his money, they fucking patted him on the ass and left him fucking bare. Left his hand bare. Couldn't fucking do it. Incompetence. Not even in sports. It's everywhere. It's
Nobody
dripping.
does their job.
It's fucking dripping.
Nobody does their job.
No one does a job anymore.
Nobody does their job.
2020. They're just like, oh, perfect. You're good.
Yeah, your X-ray came back.
Thanks for calling.
X-ray came back. Nothing looks broken. Oh, what? Well, there's something else after that. Why can't I get that same thing done here?
Yeah, why can't my hand move?
Yeah, like my shit hurts like a son of a bitch. Like something's wrong with it, and you just gave me like, well, by the feel of it, I think this is what it is. So I'm like rupturing a ligament or a tendon, but you can't do anything to help that right now. Like we got nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm here. I just paid $250 to walk in the door. What does it tell me? I hope I was wishing it was
They
broken.
stopped on the bet.
Yeah, I was hoping
Coming
it was
up,
broken.
sweetheart.
I was praying, like, please come back broke, because I knew it was coming next.
Yeah.
Just please be broke. So at least I know what it is. We get it done with, right? And then it's like, well, it's not broke. I said, listen, I never broke anything in my life. This feels something like broke, right? Like that's how it hurts. So and it's going on my arm. It's weird. I'll get like a little tinglings in my finger. Like it's weird. Yeah. Something fucked up in here. So nothing. Oh, cool. And they slap you. Like they slap you on the ass. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Appreciate the card.
Toughen up, sweetheart.
As I almost got bubbled. I almost got bubble boy the same day. And they sent me all the way from. Remember, Sweetie? They sent me all the way from. Sewell.
The incompetence was running wild that day for you.
Yeah, Sewell to Egg Harbor.
I wouldn't have played that game.
What? I said, what? It hurt so bad. I'm like, I got to figure it out.
You should have picked me up and had me walk in with you.
Yeah,
because I wouldn't have played that game. We would have.
And I hit the wrong
button. Doc, I know you're back there, Doc.
We would have got 50% off as soon as we walked in.
Hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button on the screen, and they said, have you been to China?
I've seen my dad do it for years.
She was like, you were about to get bubbled.
My dad.
All you gotta do is say
my dad's done it for years. The
greatest line ever is bad business. It's bad business. Most people fucking go like,
and my dad
what can I get you?
My dad just asks for a manager, and if they say they're the manager, then he wants the next manager.
That's how my dad is.
Who's higher? Who writes your checks? Call him. Yep. And I'm like, all right, that's how I've learned from the best. I know how to do it. Because I'll just get fiery in there.
My dad's like, why?
The best is I used to hate people like me when I was at Domino's. Like this guy's because the guys will be like, oh, I know the owner. So do I. I work for him. I don't care that you know the owner. but I'm the same guy that would do that same shit.
Oh yeah, my dad was like, dude, you got to get answers. Go back in there. I said, I'm not going back in there. And I said they wrote down what they think it is, and I got to go get an MRI on it or whatever the heck the next thing is. That just costs a ton of money. Like I'm not a pro athlete. I'll battle through. I'm freaking. I'll hit fun.
I told you, just make them fix it, and just don't pay them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the emergency room.
Just pop $1. Give them $1 a month for the rest of your life. Fuck them.
I got the house.
Seriously,
fucking UNICEF.
Fuck them.
We're good.
Fucking UNICEF.
We're good. Go
sponsor a kid.
Go ahead.
Sally Struthers can sponsor you. Sally Struthers.
You're trying to pay.
How about a GoFundMe?
Give them $8 a month.
GoFundMe for the finger. A GoFundMe for the finger.
Oh, if you throw a GoFundMe out for the finger, you might get crumb of the week.
That'd be hysterical.
That'd be hilarious.
Well, if we got 20, we got 20 grand off of it. Get it all fixed up. Maybe
make like a fake video.
Maybe a little walking around money after.
Yeah, sure. You break all 9 fingers for fucking 20 grand.
How many do you want to take? How many
you guys need to just grab that bat and just start smashing if you want to go.
Tommy's here. Fucking the old 6 finger.
Walking in like a Wu-Tang sign. Old West Side Tom. West Side Tommy over here. Came in crippin'.
Pablo's back.
I was saying Calvin Johnson hands.
I was trying to think of the
Calvin Johnson hands are like this. Like, I don't know how he like. He shakes a hand.
Just broken fingers.
Yeah, just slammed up. But crumb of the week.
I'm trying to think of that Curb Your Enthusiasm where he accidentally flashes the hand signs, Larry, to Crazy Eyes Killer. Oh, shit.
That was the old Seinfeld, too, with the Van B boys.
Yes.
Kramer flashed the sign.
Yeah.
He was holding up the salt shaker like this, and he's like, the only thing that saved me, I do their Van B boys gang signal. The 8th president.
I love Seinfeld.
It's phenomenal.
Fucking to jump on what you were saying, though, to finish it, it's like always reminds me of like the Augie Garridos, like one of the greatest fucking things all the time. Where I think they end up winning like 13 in a row after that and win their division or something. But he came in after Longhorns lost and just fucking ripped them apart. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like he's like, you leave this after this, you guys don't care. You go home, you don't give a shit.
I gotta own it.
I gotta live with this for the rest of my fucking life. It's amazing.
good.
This fucking failure.
It's an all-timer.
It's
All-timer.
a spectacular. If you've never seen it, do yourself a favor. R.I.P. Augie, dude, is incredible. It's an all-timer.
Yep, it's an all-timer.
And they rebounded and were awesome after
No
that.
matter what you do, you know what I mean? No matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You live with it. But, like, when it comes to sports and any type of coaching, if you care enough, you live with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Regardless what level you're coaching, whatever it is.
course.
Dude, if my 11-year-olds get beat up on for some reason, right? I'm like, I take that loss, drive home, like, ah. And I'm not overly, like, I don't care as much. I just want them to get better, really. But I'm trying to win still. But it's like a combo.
Absolutely.
Like, that's like a combo one where, like, I want them to develop. I want them to continue to get better. That's the most important thing. But winning's fun, too. Like, we're trying to win games, too. We're never want to get away from that. Like, in my way, I coach. I'm never trying to get away from my when I go out to a mound and talk, it's different. You know what I
winning
mean?
matters.
Now,
I don't like these people that
now
don't
when the
think winning
17
matters.
you know, the older guys back in the day, if I got to go out to the mound and say, yo, we good? Everybody, we here today? Like, you get all different type of, you get obviously a different type of personality, but the younger guys, you just go about them things. But in terms of the in-game, trying to freaking win.
Absolutely.
I'll get tossed by an umpire if I need to. Say it a tone. Let them know, like, I'm here for you guys early on. I might get tossed the first game just for good times.
Winning
just to let them
matters.
know. You know what I mean? You just do like what, like because there's so many bad calls, you can pick and choose. Like, this is a good time. Usually I get tossed because I'll get in because another coach will do something. That's always fun.
Of course.
That's always
It's always a good one.
That's how I am with like quarterbacks too. Like I love these guys, like analytic nerds now. Love like the guys that like Jay Cutler's got he's got all the tools. Like he never won a game. He won 6 games a year at Vanderbilt. I ain't got time for guys that are losers. I want a guy that wins.
Yep.
Like you put Brady on the field at Michigan, he won games. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what he looks like out there doing. I want guys that win.
I want guys
games.
that win. I know you got to have talent, obviously, but I want winners.
Absolutely.
You know, I think everybody wants that. You know, that's what you look for.
Winners fucking win.
But
You gotta get winners.
my crumb is really. I mean, you guys all heard it. It's what happened. It's what happened last night.
Yes.
You know, it's what happened. I can't get away.
What
from
is it? Is it what happened to the Sixers or what happened to you?
Self-inflicted or?
It's it's self-inflicted. It's a combo. It's a combo. Tied into it.
It's semi-self-inflicted, but then I mean the trolls came out at you. They did.
And listen,
I was reading them this morning. They were
when
out.
I went to bed.
Trolls were out.
When I went to bed because
Care Bears came out.
It was
Yeah,
early.
it was like-
I went in the start of the fourth quarter because I said I'm done with this shit, but I had it on, right? And I just fell asleep at some point in the fourth because I was just done. Might have been like 2 minutes left when I finally passed out. And I knew when all this was going on, I said, "Oh, this is going to be brutal. This one I'm going to get.
This is going to
smoked."
sting a little bit.
And I already knew. I didn't know who, but I already knew I was going to get aged well, and I was ready for that. Like, okay, yeah, of course, way to come in later. But then I already had my response to it. It's easy to come. It's easy. It's so easy to come in after the fact.
Oh yeah.
That's fine. You wanna
Hindsight's
troll?
20/20. Yeah.
But come in right in the moment and say no shot tonight. I'll respect the hell out of that. Then you want to come back after and say aged well. Then I'm cool. Then you got me. You got me. You win. But when you don't come in at all like Uncle Zeker, right? Then you won't come in after and say, well, I said this team was just good, not great. That's not, no, that doesn't apply to that game. That doesn't apply to that specific game. We were talking about Milwaukee on the road, prime time, let's go goddamn eat, and I didn't hear nothing. Nothing. The game ends. Now everybody smartest guy ever. Smartest people ever. Told you. Aged well. Homer Simpson gifs going back into the which are all great. But one jabron.
I laughed at a couple.
One jabron says you must live in your mother's basement.
This is all yours, pal.
Yeah.
And I don't have zero time for that when I know who my checks are going to. Right, I know when my checks are getting written, what mortgage company I got to write checks out to, or my wife does. So don't mother's basement me, honey. All right, don't ever mother basement me. You're weird.
I do like how I don't know who the guy was. Seriously, I don't think I've ever seen him come before. He came out of the woodwork.
Sixth grade
Dude
response.
came out of the woodwork.
Sixth grade.
He saw Tommy struggled. Woo! Came out.
Like a fucking loose,
Waiting.
like a loose
Waiting.
sperm,
Like
like
someone-
loose sperm. He fucking found his
Like
way.
somebody just
Thanks
fucking
for, no, I
robbed
think
the
I
side
told
of
him
a
thanks for
lamp.
stopping by.
Saw the light,
That's
Ralph.
what I told him.
He
I
saw
said,
the light.
But he,
I said, thanks for
to
stopping
his
by.
defense-
That's what I hit him with.
To his defense, he came with a second insult after because you were like,
Which wasn't a good one. That was
you
that was
said-
the weak one.
You said like, oh yeah, definitely. I don't live in my mother's basement or whatever. In my own home, thanks, sweetheart, or whatever. And he came back
Would
with
you honey him?
Probably.
No, yeah,
But
that's a digger.
But then he came right back with I just figured you did since you know nothing about basketball. I was like, whoa. Okay, that's kind of a heavy.
That's a great,
I think
great
he
comeback.
came like Riddick
Something
Bowe
else. I don't
back
know.
over the top. I thought maybe you were going to come back harder. But you
Riddick-ish.
took it. You took it.
I don't know if he Riddicked me. I mean, he definitely maybe no, because I thought it was all weak. Like the mother's basement.
Shit is weak.
Like that's cool.
No, that's really weak.
That's
yeah.
cool if I'm like doing it from a basement. I mean, I did the video right here.
Yeah, we're in a garage, so.
It's better in a garage.
Well, it's a studio, but
But
I'm saying it's not a basement though.
Yeah, but it's a finished garage, babe. This is like a part of the home. This isn't even a garage no more. When that door comes off, that's over. Garage talk.
Extension talk, huh?
When that door's off and it's like the Mount Ephraim one where it's just it's all built in and there's a door there, garage talk's over.
I would agree.
You know, that's when
While
that
it's
ends.
still
That
there,
now
I
it's
would
a-
say it's still garage. But
Absolutely
it's
agreed.
definitely
a very successful
Modern.
It's
Modern.
a solid garage.
modern.
Garage. Oh,
I'll tell you what, I could
What did I
live
say?
here.
What did
Watches a lot of fucking.
HGTV.
I could live here.
All the
Of
time.
course, there's no bathroom, and
A
he won't
modern
let me
look-
go shit in the
a
house.
modern
But I
look-
could live here.
Here he goes. Here he goes. I didn't deny.
You
the
knew
shit
it was
in the
coming
house.
at some point.
I didn't deny the shit in the house. My
I mean,
first initial
I mean,
reaction was
sound like a denial.
what am I going to do with the dogs? Because I don't feel like going through that. I don't know where Len
don't-
is.
we don't have to get into this.
Well, I'll get into
Okay,
whatever you
all
try
right.
to bring up, and
All right.
I'll put it to the bed.
Okay.
So don't you jump into the crumb because the crumb is somebody else, not you. So don't let you.
You
guide
almost
yourself-
were Crumb.
I can't
You
become.
came
a crumb.
back cool. You came back
When you
cool-tempered.
c-
If you were to come back hot tempered, you were definitely going to be Crumb.
I can't wait till this is like officially done and trademarked because then I can't. Then you can't crumb me. You can't crumb me. I'm a crumbles. I got like you know.
You can't double
I
stamp.
got-
You can't
I
triple
got,
stamp and double stamp.
I got
You can't
immunity.
triple crumb and double crumb.
Yeah, I mean, I got immunity. I signed the paperwork. I got immunity. You know what I mean? I can never be crumbed.
You got crumb unity? I don't believe so.
Crumb unity. I want to start using that one. I got crumb unity. You
I
guys
know.
can't crumb
I just
me.
trademarked that.
Can't crumb
A
a crumb.
loaf. He's a
crumb a
loaf.
crumb.
It's a whole loaf.
You can't crumb a crumb.
How can I be a crumb? I'm a whole loaf.
Got crumbs falling all over me. All over me all the time. Did I spit on you?
No. I just clean crumbs off.
Oh, my bad. Thought I got a little piece. I got a little piece
I
of
would have
it.
let it kept going. You're fine.
But no, Zeke's, you know, Zeke is top notch, and he's been deserving of this for a while.
I mean, yeah, he likes to come out of the
He's better.
woodwork on a troll job every once in a while.
And I love him.
He's love him.
He's part of the family.
We love him.
But family becomes
He's very
crumbs.
bitter.
So he got crumbed. So that's mine. Who do you got, Wilson? We get that out of here. We got
Oh,
go watch
Brinkman's
this
off
show.
the deep end. He's close. He's
Here it
teetering.
comes. Here it
Brinkman's
comes.
teetering on crummish.
Here it
He's
comes.
off the deep end
We
right
just
now.
smoked A2D
Just
cats.
Fucking, I don't know what he's talking. He's like complaining about Ben dunking the ball in the All-Star game in the first quarter, and it's like he got hurt in the fourth. Brinks, did you clearly didn't watch the game? And if you were watching the first and not the fourth, I felt sorry for you because the fourth quarter was actually pretty good this year in the All-Star game. But yeah, he got hurt in the fourth, and then he didn't play anymore. So the dunking beforehand is inconsequential. And it makes no sense. That's why me and Tom are like, what the fuck are you even talking about? And then he's like, of course he just goes right to, the apologists. Sixers apologists.
That's his go-to.
Sixers apologists.
Excuses.
Look like he just smelled a fart. Sixers apologists. All right. Listen, Brinks. It's not apologists when we're just telling you the guy got hurt. He's hurt. This is an actual fact. He's just hurt.
Which takes away from
it
any-
sucks that he's hurt, but he's hurt.
Which takes away from that. Which takes away from what your expectations for that game are too.
Absolutely.
So all these guys come out, it's over, it's done. Like then, okay, then you're done. Then be done.
Then be done, yeah.
But I just want to keep receipts though. I keep receipts. It's like you keep mine, I keep yours too, because I'm on the other side. I believe I think they can be if healthy.
Yeah.
Now this all goes out the window if these two guys are out for a while or whatever the case may be. I got to revisit it.
I just say we sweep in the first round. I don't want to see you motherfuckers clucking. That's all I'm saying.
We went in 5 in the second. I don't want to see your pants down.
Because his will be.
Could be. Could be.
Then you're just going to touch parts, and that'll be weird. So one of you's got to
And you know
stay
what's
up.
funny?
No
Part
docking.
of me-
No docking
And I
here.
can't believe I'm going to say this. Part of me doesn't want Brett back right at this point, and I can't believe I ever got there. But part of me doesn't.
Welcome.
Part of me doesn't.
But you want to go to the Eastern
But I want to go to
Conference
Eastern Conference Finals. So if he gets there, he sort of can hide some of the things how I feel. He can hide them, and I'm like, okay, I'm good with him. We're progressing. We're progressing. In a year where it was so much up and downs, if you get there this year, it shows me you can coach and you can get your roster ready to go and your team ready to go for postseason basketball. It will show me that. If not, it shows me what we already sort of think to a point. And that's that. And that's that.
Yeah, there's just a new voice needed. Yeah,
It could be.
Absolutely.
Could be. We don't know. Because
we're
listen,
not there yet because we're not jumping off the train.
At the end of the day, I mean, I can't get into I can't bring
if
Killer.
Ben's out for the year, we're in big trouble.
I can't
But
bring Killer.
If he's only out for a week, we should be okay.
Yeah, I think even we get away with. Well, we can't get away with the West Coast without him, but
even if he's only out like 2 weeks and we know he's going to be back, that's fine. If they say like, oh, he's going to miss 6-7 weeks, then we start talking about, well, we might not even make it out of the first fucking round.
yeah. Lot of factors. But listen, we love
Briggs,
you.
For the record, he can be my crumb. I was going to say he's teetering, not exactly crumb, but we can just throw him on the
You've
crumb.
been ready to crumb him for a month or two.
It's been a while. It's been coming.
Finish him.
It's been boiling up.
Ralph's a video game guy.
He loves
Finish
He's
him.
just the king of the fucking knee jerk reaction. When I'm trying to play, this is a whole game here. I'm not gonna just. He's like, how many times has he quit on the Sixers this year and the Eagles before that? Like 4 or 5. I lost count.
Yeah, he
I
gets
thought you already
emotional.
quit.
He's
I thought you already
emotional.
quit. How you back?
He's emotional after any loss.
He's a knee jerk guy.
And then
Wear
you
your
talk
heart
about,
on your
like,
sleeve.
dude,
We respect
everybody's
heart
out.
on the sleeve.
Everybody's
but
out.
we
He's
also like logic.
Excuses, apologists. That's what he'll say.
Yeah. Excuses.
Anytime you say,
you're an apologist.
Yeah, like for
I'll
Brett.
talk to a real fan. Yeah, because I'm not a real fan.
For Brett, like
fuck
I'll
outta here.
defend Brett getting new players all the time and that adjustment being tough. So I'll defend that. He's like, that's an apologist or excuse. I said, I'm not defending the guy overall as a
Listen,
coach.
the
I'm
next-
defending something that's common sense. You know what I mean? That's all I'm defending.
Well, the
I'm
next-
not going out on a limb and defending X and O's.
The next couple months are going to be interesting for him too because he's a big Philly guy. So now he's in both feet on the Phils. You know what I mean? Playoff team, and then this is.
I heard like
winning the
I think
division.
95
he
wins.
dropped the division on us. Yeah, he dropped a.
I mean,
a video.
I like it out.
No,
of him,
I'm just saying.
but
Like we'll see.
Yeah.
Are you gonna see? We'll see the Brinks. If
we start
if the
10
wheels
and
come
20,
off.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
if the wheels.
we better not start
hopefully
10
no
and 20,
age
but-
well.
If you blow out a wheel in May, let's see where.
Hopefully
Brinks
no age well.
hangs on or Brinks. Let's go. We'll see.
Right, well, hopefully we don't get an aged well.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, Ralphie, fire the bat up. Listen, we'd like to thank Ambuck Services as well for this broadcast. AMBUCK Services.com. Tell them A2D sent you. It's Michael Ambrose, and you get 10% off. Gutters,
Get them gutters
gutter
clean.
guards,
Get them gutters clean.
gutters cleaned, roofing, side. They do it all, man. Siding,
Does everything.
decks, everything. There ain't nothing they don't do. That's AMBuckServices.com. AMBUCK Services.com. 10% off. Tell them A2D sent you. And our doc. We love our doc, man. He's the freaking best. Really is the best in the business.
Yep.
That's Specialized Physical Therapy.com is where you can find him. That's Dr. Paul Vidal, Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton locations. And listen, we got one more for you because we got a lot of plugs to do here at the end.
Spring sport assessment going on at the Doc's place right now.
I got a great
remember?
game
We
over
said
there.
Hop in there.
Yeah, Spring Sports
Assessments
for all
going
your
on.
little ones, older ones, whatever are playing. We got a new game over there, sent by QB54.com.
Oh, nice.
And I think it's, we're going to set that up and we're obviously going to spin it a little bit. I mean, why not? We're competitors, so let's compete.
I
But
don't want to lose.
use promo code No Notes and you get 20% off. QB54.com. I mean, look, given 10% off one place, 20% off the other place. What else can we do for you? QB54.com. We will be doing videos and having videos of us playing, especially as the springtime gets here, because we'll be probably setting some games up before
Get a little fucking
before a show, spinning a little bit.
Get a little weather, little when the weather starts turning.
Yeah, we got lights out there.
Yeah.
We're in a great spot. Great yard. Let's let it air. Because he said his bet's like 35, 40 feet away, too.
That's what I would expect.
Which
right?
I would love.
Good solid 15-yard throw.
Yeah.
Bring the 30
Yeah.
pack. I got a 30 pack. Let's go.
You heard it here. Anybody wants to stop by, you can get dominated.
Absolutely.
I still got to pick
In
a
it to
partner.
win it.
And you got to kick field goals and shit. It's cool. Like extra points.
There's
I mean,
kicking involved.
yeah, there's extra points.
Wow.
The Oregon girls
I
are
don't know
approaching.
if I'm gonna be doing that one, but
The Oregon girls are approaching history too. That's amazing. All right, 2,000, 1,000, and 1,000. That's wild.
That's ridiculous.
Sabrina
shit, I know her-
Nanesco.
Nanesco, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I was gonna say I know her name.
Nine
shit.
boards short, man. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
at
crazy.
any level, man. I don't care what you're doing. So,
Yeah, that's amazing.
congratulations to her. It's coming.
They're damn good too.
Yeah.
So, fam, check out all the shows. Tomorrow night, you got Brinks, Sports Hounds, and shows nightly here. I'll be back Wednesday with Ralphie. You get shows every day.
Mom,
you know where
Meatloaf.
to follow us. We out.